Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night, no matter where you are, what time zone you are in. It is time for one thing, and that is PBE Baseball. Welcome, one, welcome all to the Season 37 playoff semifinals. I am your host for tonight, AJ887, and I'm joined by the wonderful and talented Reno tonight. Reno, how are you doing?
Hello, I am Reno. I'm doing good. I'm ready for some wacky postseason shenanigans here tonight, folks.
Absolutely. We got the chaos mod. I mean, we don't have a chaos mod. It's just a myth. Don't worry about it. Uh, we have four great semifinal matchups for you all tonight. We have Vancouver Vandals versus the Providence Crabs, the Nashville Stars versus the Detroit Demons, and then in the minors, we have the Puerto Rico Ranas versus the Kansas City Hepcats and the California Firehawks versus the Florida Flamingos. So we got four great matchups for you tonight. Possibility of 16 streamed games in case if every matchup winds up with a reverse sweep. So we are going to get going because there's a lot of potential games. So as we can see here, we are on the September 23rd, last day of the majors quarterfinals. And we are moving right along to the next day. I just want to check this out. It says no games because they don't realize that we actually finished today. There we go. Now we got our now we got our matchups with the Nashville Demons and the Nashville Stars versus the Detroit Demons, the Providence Crabs versus the Vancouver Vandals. And then in the minor leagues, we have the Puerto Rico Ranas versus the Kansas City Hepcats and the California Firehawks versus the Florida Flamingos. All right. So for those of you who didn't tune in on Tuesday and haven't seen a playoff stream or don't know how these playoff streams work, the way that we do these are we quick sim until we have an elimination game. As soon as we have an elimination game, as soon as one team uh, is up to 3 games won, then we will stream every game from that series from then on out. So shouldn't be missing any uh, elimination games, but we will be quick saving all of the ones leading up to those elimination games. Thank you to Plague for subscribing. 20-month streak for Plagueachu. Where did your surfs go? That's an excellent question. Hi, Babs. All right, minors are starting first. We don't have any majors games on the 24th, so instead we will go ahead and quick sim the first games of the two minors matchups in the semifinals. All four of these teams looking for only 2 spots in the World Series. We'll go ahead and take a look at the lineups real quick before we actually get into the simming of them, just in case any minors GMs are in the chat and notice that there's anything going wrong with their lineups. Please make sure to let me know as soon as possible. But Rio, looking at these two teams matching up, the Puerto Rico Ranas and the Kansas City Hepcats, what are your takeaways for these two lineups? Anyone interesting standing out to you?
Hepcat's good. When you have an entire rotation of when you have an entire lineup and a pitcher that's off already given the advantage on overall, it's always a little bit of an intimidating factor to face. But it's also the minors. The minors are chaos, and we're just here to have some fun with that one. So, because I feel like every stream I do uh, with the Ranas, Giggity Giggity Goo hits for about 806 home runs. So we might just have some chaos there as well. So,
Well, I'm looking forward to that. As you can, as everyone can see in the chat, as Reno mentioned, Hepcats have the advantage every position. And the other little symbol that I'm making note of here is this little fire icon right here. James Dion having a great had a great regular season, 356 average and a 947 OPS for the 22-year-old with 20 home runs. We'll see if Dion will be able to make an impact at the semifinal level for the Kansas City Hepcats, or if the Puerto Rico Ranas pitchers like Gus Polly will be able to stymie them. But that will be the first matchup, and then we also have the California Firehawks versus the Florida Flamingos. Take a quick look at these starting lineups. Reno, anyone standing out to you here, or any takeaways from these two lineups?
I mean, throughout this year, every time I've been paying closer attention. I feel like what can I say except you're welcome? I'll always go 7 strong and just like shut down every form of offense to exist. Mega Blaziken had a phenomenal year. Zach Johnson Jr. a phenomenal year. This Flamingos lineup is just absolutely loaded. When you have, I think it was one, two, three, four, five, you have 6 of your 9 batters hitting over 300 on the year. That's something to be
Wow.
proud of. But also the Firehawks with the Firehawks have that never say die attitude where they will just chant their way to wins somehow. They also got a nice little 2-3-4 combo there of Kyle, Emeritus, and Allison Chains. So who knows?
And you mentioned 6 out of the 9 flamingos having over 300 average, and one of the three that doesn't, Dale Mustang, is just .001 off of 300. So,
Hold on, I know who that is. I will ping him and make fun of him.
so in reality, it basically got 7 out of 9, hitting over
Yeah,
300. Very close with Dale Mustang though. So
round up
yeah,
like I do with
we'll
my
round
height.
up.
So
We'll say it's 299.5, I guess.
300 in spirit.
Yeah, three. There you go. Musha also mentioned in the chat that the Ranas are actually at a disadvantage, or like Hepcats have a 90 to 10 advantage. I'm guessing that's like of the sims that they ran, Hepcats won
Mm.
90% of them. And that this is supposed to be a rebuilding year for Puerto Rico, so maybe even Puerto Rico fans are a little bit surprised to see their team all the way in the semifinals this year. But anything could happen. We'll see.
It would be very minors for a team to go, yeah, we're rebuilding this year and then just win a title.
That would be amazing. Dude, I kind of hope the Ranas win it now, just to just so that happens.
If
We're
that happens,
rebuilding.
I will
Hey, we
raffle
won.
off all of his equipment. My own bank account.
Ew, all right. All right, we are ready to get on into game number 1 for these two minors matchups. So we will go ahead and quick play. Reno, do you want to take the first one or the second one for the box score?
I'll take the first one. Why not?
All right, I'll give you a little drum roll here for game number 1 of the Ranas Hepcats. Here we go.
All right. And speak of the devil, the
Wow.
Ranas take down the Hepcats by a score of 2-1 here on the Puerto Rico side of things. We have things. That sounds weird. 2 for 4 for Blazin. 2 for 4. There I said, there he is. Giggity giggity goo. 2 for 4 with an RBI, popping off as they always do whenever I stream. Uh,
Wow.
1 for 3 for Faust as well. Bunch of hits across the board. Only RBI coming from Goo, which means, oh, that was an unearned run too. That was the wound up being the losing one too. That's even
Yeah.
worse. On the side for Kansas City, a couple of one-hit days there
Oh, sorry.
across the a couple one-hit days from Jackson, Jingleheimer, Schmidt, miss 2 for Gratis and 2 for Akio. Dion going 0 for 3 with an RBI though, so something there. Polly got the start going 4.1. Jean Yves gets the win out of the pen with 4.1 scoreless. Chopper the save. Samson gets the start for Kansas City, but definitely not Kevin Choate, as Gold says. Gets the loss and the blown save on only zero point 0.1 innings pitched. And your player of the game goes to Ike Sampson.
Wow. First of all, thank you to MyCool132 for subscribing for 2 months now. Chat popping off with the Viva Las Ranas and Musha. I didn't doubt you. I don't know what you're talking about. I was just noting what you said in the chat. But yeah, Ranas are gonna take a 1-0 lead over the Hepcats in a little bit of a surprise there. We'll go ahead and update the crawler real quick and move on to the California Firehawks versus the Florida Flamingos. Nastier Nestor on the mound for California versus what can I say except you're welcome. Series tied at 0. First game 1 will go to the Florida Flamingos. The home team getting the win here 9-0, putting on a show for the home crowd. 14 hits to 5 on the back of a 6-run fifth inning. 3 RBIs for Beecham Reyes II. 2 RBIs on 3 hits for Zach Johnson Jr. and 3 hits for Vacuum as well on the side of Florida. On the side of California, we got 2 hits from Nitro and 1 each from Tyra Foster and Brennan. Nestor will take the loss, while Accept Your Welcome will get the win on the quality start. 6 shutout innings, giving up only 3 walks and 4 hits, striking out 4. 50 will get the save, their first of the postseason. And what can I say except you're welcome? We'll be your player of the game. So, Miners GMs, be sure to get any changes in for Game 2 to your channels if you have any. Rio, you were going to say something?
Remember when I said, "What can I say except you're welcome"? Always does really well when I'm streaming.
There
Premier
you
season's mostly
go.
scoreless.
An excellent start for the, for the Flamingo pitcher. We'll see if they can keep that up throughout the rest of the series here. Let's see. AJ versus Boring Sims still the biggest rivalry. True.
Checking the Firehawks chat, it appears their one GM has been put into a coffin. Rest in peace, Caleb.
Oof. uh, okay. I'll just
Sorry.
Firehawks. Okay, Firehawks. Okay, Flamingos. All right. Well, I guess we'll advance the day because might as well. That way we can get accurate stamina checks for anyone that wants them. And we'll have game number 1 for the majors games as well. We'll come back to that and we'll probably actually do those next, just to give the minors teams any chance to. Oh no, like three quarters of them so far. All three that have responded have saying they're letting it ride. So we'll wait for
Yep.
one more team to give us some info. But in the meantime, let's take a look at the majors. We got the Providence Crabs versus the Vancouver Vandals. This is the reigning champion Providence Crabs, if I'm not mistaken, right? Uh, yeah, yeah. Wait, no,
Yeah.
was it?
No, Crabs won.
Oh, it's season 3. Okay, for some reason on the JSync it looked like it said that they were season 35. Oh no, it's definitely says season 36. I'm tripping. Holy cow, it's been a long week.
Same.
Yeah.
Same, dude. Same.
So the reigning champion Providence Crabs versus the Vancouver Vandals, who have not made it to the semifinals since season 18. I know that stat very well because I was talking about it quite a bit in the Vandals locker room the other day. Just realized I didn't update the crawler for the other minors matchup. So between these two teams, Providence Crabs and Vancouver Vandals, Reno, any players standing out to you here, or anything that you're looking out for in this series?
I mean, Dustin Johnson, if memory serves, won the Triple Crown as a batter this year in PBE, which to do any of this, to lead one stat, amazing, and to lead, I think they got Triple Crown, so that would be 3,
Mm-hmm.
even better. Um, as well, you have the youth as well with Cookie Monster, who's been a pretty solid bat in the lineup as well. Rotation, bullpen are all pretty good as well. Uh, and I'm just curious to see because I've noticed that, like I said, you have like the curses and the other stuff with other players.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like Ronlin always gets shelled whenever I'm there. So, so what you're hearing right now is Dust in the chat trying to get me off the stream for this game. I don't know. I think this is gonna be a great series. So hopefully I'm right. But,
It'll be an interesting one for sure.
mm,
Vandals did not stack up well against the Crabs this season. I know we went 3-7 against them.
yikes.
So yeah, Providence definitely gained the better of us during the regular season. We'll see how it shakes out
Mm,
in the semifinals, though.
yep.
And then over on the Champions Conference side, we have Nashville versus Detroit. Nashville looking to get into their first World Series ever. Detroit looking to return after a year off. They visited in season 35 and came out short against the Boise Raptors. And they haven't won since 34, 33,
Mm.
32, 31, 30, 29. Season 29 was the last time that the Demons won the World Series.
And that was
Uh,
against the Raptors as well. I'm pretty sure.
it was indeed, yeah. Yeah, they had
Okay.
a rematch
Yeah.
a few
I
years
I, I
later.
think I think my declining corpse is on that team. Uh, Also too between we're just despite having played on the Sarasota Supernovas on my entire career, most of my career for the first player. These are the two teams in the PB I forget exist the most. I'm looking at the standings. I'm like Sarasota, I'm like Sarasota. We have them. We have Indy. I'm like who the other two? All right, the good one, Nashville one. Without fail, I always miss them. It's just like incredible.
Well, no shot of missing either of them tonight when they're when they're going to be on center stage for the Champions Conference, representing that side of the
I just like
PBE.
walk away from the stream. I'm not here.
Just walk away and leave.
I'll just start
Oh
calling it like
man.
I'll start going on like the Hepcats roster and calling this game for that one. Just
Oh man.
anyways.
So Detroit actually had a better record than the Nashville Stars did by 4 games this season. But looking at the head-to-heads, it looks like Nashville has the advantage there at the very least. Detroit only 3 of their 10 starters having the advantage against the Nashville Stars
Mm-hmm.
lineup. So this will be another interesting matchup between these two teams to see if Nashville will be able to get into their first ever World Series, or if Detroit will be able to make it back there to face a team that isn't Boise in the World Series. So we will see what happens there. But I think we're about ready to quick sim
Mm-hmm.
these game number ones. Let's see. Do you want to take the first one or the second one, Reno?
I'll let you take the Vancouver ones. So
Okay. That's a little bit scary for me, but all right, here we go.
well,
Providence.
considering Sierra Bravo's long career with Vancouver, I think it'd be better that you take it. So
It's true. Yeah. But we'll let's see. Okay. Still waiting on the Hepcats for any changes that you might have for the minors,
you
but
got
for the majors, here we go. Game number one of the Legends Conference Finals: Providence Crabs versus the Vancouver Vandals. Vandals at home, Crabs on the road. The winner of game number one of the Legends Conference Finals is the Providence Crabs, taking a 1-0 lead in this one, 7-1 for game number one, out hitting the Vandals 14-7. Vandals only mustered 1 run, and it came off the bat of Dan King Jr. knocking in Richard Diamond. 2 hits for Styles Stern at the top of the order, but not much else going on in the lineup for the Vandals. For the Crabs, we have a 3-for-5 day with an RBI and a run scored for Triple Crown Dustin Johnson, as well as 3 hits for Mr. Alligator and 2 each for JQ and Whiskey Fuse. Almost everyone in the Crabs lineup got an RBI except for Love and Rude. So RBIs all around. James Ronlin gets the win. So anti-Reno curse here for
yeah.
this one.
I think Ronlin heard me and was like, oh, okay.
Yeah, absolutely. 6 innings pitched, 1 run on 6 hits and 2 walks, striking out 8. Lizzie Mitchell will take the loss, unfortunately unable to get out of the fourth inning. And James Ronlin will be your player of the game. All right. You want to drum up some excitement heading into the Stars Demons game?
Hold on, Dust is starting me in Twitch chat right now. Uh, as we get into the um, as we get into this is gonna be a fun one. You have the to decide who gets to the finals here in a divisional rivalry to boot. So it's always fun when it's always fun when you have like a normal game against a divisional rival and you come out on top. But this one's for all the marbles. So
Mhm.
let's have a great one here, folks.
Alrighty.
I'm not gonna building hype. I'm sorry.
All right, game number one, Stars Demons.
And the Detroit Demons take down the Stars by a score of 3-0. Only 2 hits for the national side, with Anthony Brizzo getting both of them, and just a lot of strikeouts and a lot of runners left on base. 0 for 4 with 4 left on base for Escaleta. That's not what you want to see. On the Detroit side of things, a lot of hits on the hit parade. Hold on, your stream called dip there for a second.
Oh.
There you go. One hit from almost the entire lineup, and 2 from Jaguar and Apollo, with a couple of RBIs coming from Jaguar and Apollo as well. On the Nashville side of things, Glenn Allen Mixon gets the loss in 6.1, giving up 3 runs on 8 hits. But Crenshaw goes 6 strong, 1 hit allowed. O'Quarters picks up the hold, only allowing 1 hit as well, and Mann gets the save. And your player of the game is Damian Jensen Crenshaw.
I'm gonna drop from Discord for 1 sec. Just gonna change hardware acceleration, so hopefully the quality doesn't dip again.
Okay.
Un momento, chat. Okay, and we're back. Hopefully.
You can see most of it, but like the numbers were blurry. It was like I don't want to like speculate on who got a hit and who didn't.
Yeah.
So let's try.
There we go.
Perfect. There
All
we go.
right, so Majors GMs, if you have any changes to make, let us know of them now so that we can get to them for game number 2. Most of the minors teams said let it ride, and the Hepcats didn't respond, so I'm assuming they're letting it ride as well, unless I hear otherwise very shortly here. But we are
Mm-hmm.
headed into game number 2 for both of these matchups. And we'll start with the Firehawks Flamingos. So Florida leading the series 1-0. Oh, sorry, I gotta update the crawler. I just realized. I always forget to update the crawler. Firehawks versus Flamingos. Florida leads the series 1-0. It's Fire Dragon on the mound for the Mingos versus Lincoln Low for the Firehawks. Who's going to win game number 2 between the Firehawks and the Flamingos? Game number 2 will go to the California Firehawks, tying the series at 1. We will not have a 16-game stream. Thank goodness for that, at the very least. So California is going to tie it up here in the series, and they're going to win game 2, 8-6. 4 runs in the 6th, 3 in the 8th. We have 3 RBIs on the Flamingos side from Zach Johnson Jr. on a 2-hit day. On the side of California, we have 3 hits from Chains, 2 each from Emeritus, Tyra, and Giordano, with Giordano getting 2 RBIs and Ball getting 4 RBIs off of a grand slam in the 6th inning. Long Ball certainly living up to the name there. Johnny Whiplash will get the win in relief for California, going 2.1 perfect innings, while Beauregard Rove, will take the loss in the blown save for Florida. And Danny Brennan was ejected in the 3rd inning for arguing a strike call. Oh no. Luckily for California, that didn't really matter too much as they were still able to come away with the victory. All right. And that will do it for game number 2 for the Flamingos versus the Firehawks. Reno, ready for game number 2 for the Ron's Hepcats?
Game number 2. Will we see another round of Viva Las? I was gonna roll my R there. I can't really do that. Viva Las Ranas against the Hepcats here. Let's see what we have here, folks.
No way.
No way. The Puerto Rico Ranas have opened up a games, 2-game series, 2-0 series lead, also known as 2 games. In a 2-0 shutout of the Hepcats offense. On the side of things for Puerto Rico, you have 1 for 4 from Blazing, 1 for 3 from Rodriguez. Giggity Giggity 2 for 4 with an RBI again. This man is cracked. 1 for 4 with an RBI for Duke Jr. On the hitting side of things for the Hepcats, 1 hit from the top 4 in the order and 1 from the bottom 2. But no RBIs are pushed across. A lot of runners left on base there. On the Puerto Rico side of the pitching, Cookie gets the win. Vandals gets the save out of the pen. For Kansas City, Striker gets the loss. Didn't you have a bad game? But when you don't get any runs, any run will be the end of you. Excellent analysis there. And Cookie gets the player of the game. There's some A-Rod level of analysis there. This is why that is a win for the Cubs.
I I am genuinely terrified that I might now be investigated for actually having a chaos mod. If that was true, what Musha said in the chat about the Hepcats having a 90% win rate against the Ranas, with them having like
Mhm.
all the head-to-heads,
Mhm.
like I swear, look, it says Aviators. I didn't touch the team. I didn't make any modifications.
Uh,
Oh my goodness, that is wow.
we have major changes, but whenever we get to that, so
All right, well, we will go ahead and finish off the day, September
yep,
25th. Oh, probably save first. Let's do that. Let's do that
yeah,
since I haven't done that
yeah,
in for a bit. And then no minors games. This is a travel day for them. So minors teams,
uh,
minors GMs, get in your
uh,
changes now for game 3 if you want to make
we
any
have stuff from
changes.
the crabs at least.
All right, we'll go ahead and switch over to them then.
You want me to read it out to you?
Yeah, sure.
All right, Baxter to middle relief.
Okay.
Use more often.
Alrighty.
Um, Link Crab, middle relief, normal.
All right then.
And Burley, avoid high leverage, unspecified.
Wait. Wait, what? Avoid high
I don't know
leverage is
that.
a usage option, not a primary role. Dust.
Dust.
Do you mean
He's typing.
middle relief? Avoid high le- Oh wait, no, wait, none. Oh,
I'm waiting
none
for. Hold
specified.
on.
Then avoid high leverage is
Flip it
probably what
around.
he meant.
Non-specified. Avoid high
Yep.
leverage. Okay.
I was gonna say that's usually how it goes.
Dust.
All right, I got it.
Non-specified.
How's that?
AH. No,
How's that
okay.
look for you, Krabs? We'll go ahead and save.
Wait. Wait. Hold on. Does he want non-specified for in crab now too? Wait.
No,
I don't know who AHL is.
I think it was just saying flip it around for
Okay.
Burley. Okay, they're saying all good. All right,
Yep.
demons say no change.
Vandals. No changes.
Vandals no changes. Okay.
Stars. Nothing.
Stars.
Nothing from the stars.
Stars have said nothing.
Mm-hmm.
So we will go ahead and I know I just saved, but I'm paranoid, so I'm going to save again.
Yeah.
Miners GMs once again get in any changes that you have. I see Firehawks have pinged something, but other Miners GMs, if you have changes to make for game number 3, please do so in your channels. But yeah, might as well head on into game number 2 for the Vandals Crabs while we see if the Stars are going to make any changes.
Yep.
But we have the Crabs versus apparently Boise, since since Derek Rogers Jr.'s uniform is still unchanged here.
Demon sweating right now on that
Yeah.
one. We thought they didn't make it. Oh no.
we didn't. So they could potentially face at least one Raptor if the Demons and the Vandals both win their series, which would be
No.
kind of funny, but here we go. All right, Providence Crabs versus the Vancouver Vandals. Crabs are undefeated so far in this postseason. Vandals 2-2 at home, 0-1 in the series as the Crabs have taken the 1-0 lead. But game number 2 of the Legends Conference Finals, Providence Crabs, Vancouver Vandals. Game number 2 is going to go to the Vandals as they tie it up. 10-3 is the final score for game number 2. Out hitting the Crabs 12-11, close on the hits actually. Vandals get 5 RBIs from Daniel Martinez on a 2-for-4 day. Let's see how many of those were home runs. Let's see, a 3-run homer in the 4th, and then a 2-run homer in the 7th for Martinez. And then hits almost all around. Almost all the Vandals got at least one hit. Just Hayes missing out there. Providence will get a 3-for-5 day with 2 RBIs and 2 runs from a real name. And 2-for-3 day with an RBI from Bobby Roode. Also 2 hits from Alligator. Sportsboy57 will take the loss on the start for Providence. Derek Rogers Jr. gets a no decision after 4 innings, while Sad Pepe will get the win in relief, giving up a run on a hit and a walk over 2 innings pitched. Daniel Martinez, though, your player of the game with those 2 big home runs and those 5 RBIs.
Still nothing from stars. So,
Alrighty.
and Detroit said let it ride.
Alright, so I guess we're just gonna let this ride then. I should probably change the. Let me.
Broncos Nation.
What's
Let's
up?
ride. Said Broncos Nation. Let's ride.
Is that a football reference? Broncos?
Yeah.
Broncos? Okay.
That was Russell Wilson was saying that at the beginning of the press conference with the Broncos, and then everything went to crap and they sucked.
I don't do football. This is a baseball sim, Reno. What are you doing here?
I mean, sorry. Nashville Nation, let's ride.
There you go. All right, cool. All right, Reno. Why don't you lead us into game number 2 here?
Yep. Sorry, we got to the Babs. All right. All right, let's see. As we try and see if Nashville can tie it up on the road here. Detroit shut down their offense in the first game. Can they do it again here in game number 2? As we play, they don't stifle the offense, but Detroit does come out on top here by a score of 7-5, despite a leading surge there from Nashville. A 5-run 5th inning will do that to you. On the Nashville side of things, we have 1-for-4 from 1-for-4 with an RBI for Escoletto, 2-for-4 with an RBI for Nelson, 1-for-4 with 2 RBIs for Williams. On the Detroit side, a bunch of hits scattered across the boards there, as that's blurry as well. So why is
Oh
it too
no.
blurry for me? I got stable connection, and I'm I don't know. Can you scroll up a bit more to see if that's like a so it might be an issue. Okay, so it might be a monitor issue for me then, because when you scroll to the top, it still gets really blurry. So if you can keep it in the middle. But
Okay.
so Detroit Barry Bonds goes 1 for 4 with 2 RBIs. Ditto for Lutz, 3 for 3 with an RBI for Jackinson. There, as now we scroll down to the pitching side of things here. All that wait for that 2 seconds of that. Right-hander he gets the start, 5.2 innings pitched, 2 earned runs. Vader Page gets the hold out of the pen. Cooper S. Town gets the save as Sanchez will pick up the loss for Nashville. And your player of the game is Robbie Jackinson.
All right. So in both the majors and the minors, we have one series with one team taking a 2-0 lead, and then one series with each team taking a game. So uh, both 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 series in uh, both series in both leagues, I guess, still up for grabs on both ends. So we'll go ahead and save. Majors teams, if you have any changes to make for game number 3, please do so in your playoff server channels. As we mentioned, this is a travel day for the minors, so we'll go ahead and advance the day. And it becomes a travel day for the majors, but game day for the minors. As we have Puerto Rico leading the Hepcats 2-0 in the series, while the Flamingos and the Firehawks series is tied at 1. Let's see if we got any changes here. Ron Slater ride.
Firehawks want a stamina check on Whiplash.
Alrighty. Uh,
What do we got?
Hepcats and Flamingos. Let me know if you have any changes. Whiplash. 86% rested.
That in there.
So we'll see if they want to
Um,
change. Oh, never mind.
letting it
Right.
ride.
Cool.
Let
Cool.
it
Cool.
let it
Cool.
ride.
All right. So Firehawks are good. Rana said they're good. Hepcats are just
Nothing from
absolute.
that cats.
Flamingos say no changes. Cool. All right. I guess we're ready for game number 3 then. Moving right along. Alrighty. Should we stop the suspense of whether or not Puerto Rico is going to take a 3-0 lead? I just go right to that one, or do we want to build up a little more suspense?
I'll try and build some suspense for it,
Okay.
as it has been a season of chaos here so far in these playoffs. The rebuilding Ronis have jumped out to a 2-0 series lead here over the favorite Hepcats, and favored by a country mile as well. Can the magic still continue? Does Puerto Rico have it to make it 3-0 here and try and bury the dagger in the heart? Let's see how this game between the Point and Roy goes here, as we will start it now.
Ah.
And the Ronis, unfortunately, well, unfortunately for the 3-0, but in the series that was 2-1, as the despite trading 4 run innings with each other back to back, the Ronis dropped this game by a score of 6-4. As we check out the Kansas City batting side, John Jacob Jinglehammer Schmidt, 1 for 4 with an RBI. 2 for 3 for Vita, 3 for 4 with 2 RBIs for Gratis. There's your damage done there. On the Puerto Rico side, you have 1 for 4 with an RBI for Blazing, 1 for 3 with 3 RBIs for Giggity Giggity Goo, who is just David Ortizing the. This is David Ortiz in the 2013 World Series right now, just trying to get his team there single handedly. As we go to the pitching side of it, and James Dion caught stealing. As we get to the Kansas City pitching, Lapointe gets the win. Definitely not Kevin Choate gets the hold. Walker gets the hold. Washburn will pick up the save there, only facing one batter. Roy gets the start and the loss as the Ranas bullpen holds. And Royalist Gratis is your player of the game.
All right, so the Puerto Rico Ranas are human after all, as they do drop a game in the semifinals to the Hepcats. They still lead the series though, 2-1 over Kansas City. So we will check in with that series on game number 4. We won't be watching game number 4 since it won't be an elimination game. If the Ranas had one, then we'd be watching every game from then on out. But Will be quick simming game 4 as well. But the Florida Flamingos versus the California Firehawks are next. Cy Duck on the mound for Florida, while Magic Jolie takes to the rubber for California. Series tied at 1. Which team is going to take the 2-1 lead in this one? The answer and the winner of game number 3 is the Florida Flamingos, taking a 6-3 victory over the California Firehawks. The team with home field advantage this series, already taking the 2-1 lead here after game number 3. 2 RBIs for Giordano on the side of California, while Ball and Foster both get 2 hits. On the side of Florida, 2 for 5 day with 2 runs and 2 RBIs scored from Mega Blaziken, and 2 hits, an RBI, and a run scored for Vacuum, the shortstop. Psyduck will get the win, going 6 innings, giving up 3 unearned runs. Interesting. While Rove will get the save, going 3 perfect innings and striking out 2. Jolie will take the loss, unable to get out of the 3rd inning unscathed, and Psyduck will be your player of the game in the victory for Florida. So go ahead and update the crawler here. Minors teams, let us know if you have any changes for game number 4. And then, as we mentioned, there are no games in the majors, so we will go ahead and save, advance, and save again. As we are cruising through the semifinals here. We do have the minors game number 4, but we just went through those, so we'll give them a little bit of time to catch up. So we'll do the majors games first. Crabs have changes. You want to read those off
Yep.
to me real quick?
Yep. Baxter, non-specified. Avoid high leverage. Uh, Lane Crab, unspecified, void high leverage. And Murley, middle relief, use more often.
Alrighty. Crabs, let us know if you have
Uh,
any further changes. If that looks good, hopefully.
Nothing from the Demons.
Okay.
Nothing from the Stars.
So it looks good.
Vancouver wants stamina on Mrs. Dirk, Mitchell, and DRJ.
Okay. Mitchell is at 60%, slightly tired. DRJ is at 28%, exhausted. And Mrs. Dirk is at 59% for SP, 72% for RP. So slightly different there.
There you go.
Thank you very much.
Yep.
All right. Krabs said that looks good. Demons said no change. Stars are MIA, I guess. Maybe they're
Mm-hmm.
busy. Vandals. Oh, Vandals have changes. 4-man rotation. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Alrighty. This is Dirk in the 4th spot. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Does that look good, Babs? That would mean Marvell would get the start today, and then Mrs. Dirk would get the start for game number 4. Stamina on Pepe and Lemonade. Pepe is at 84. Lemonade is at 100. Good old Hundo. Lemonade, secondary of long relief. Okay. So middle relief, normal usage, long relief. That's why I have Bruzdar Lemonade at. Saving game. Last change for today. May have another next day. Alright. Sounds good. So we are all set then. Since the stars are not submitting any changes, I guess.
And Demons told us let it ride.
Yeah. Miners teams, be sure to get in any changes that you have. I see Hepcats and Ross have pinged us. Firehawks, Flamingos. If you have any changes that you need, let us know. But we will go ahead and head on into game number 3 for the majors. Starting off with the Vandals and the Crabs. Series tied at 1. We have Wendy Marvell on the mound for the Vandals versus Glenn Davies. Marvell has not done so well in the postseason so far. Um, I don't know if we can. Can we see the last couple? Yeah, last couple of games against
Mhm.
Sloss. 3.1 innings with 4 earned runs and 4.2 innings with 5 earned runs. So
I
not
thought in baseball you wanted more runs.
not if you're pitching. Not if you're
But that's
a
what I'm doing wrong.
yeah,
That's what I'm doing wrong, Bravo. Oh, wait a minute.
especially if you're especially if you were a candidate for pitcher of the year. I don't think that Wendy's actually going to get pitcher of the year. I think there's another pitcher that I think absolutely deserves
Yeah.
it more, but um, which will go unnamed for Camden Jr. But uh, Marvell not doing too well in the postseason. Glenn Davies looking a little bit better, 1-0 with a 4.50 ERA. With series tied at 1, who's going to take the 2-1 lead in game number 3 here between the Vandals and the Crabs? The answer and the winner of game number 3 is the Providence Crabs, who take a 4-3 win here. And actually, oh god, so it actually was going to be a Vandals victory going into the well, I mean, going into the bottom of the eighth. The Vandals had a 3-1 lead, and then the Crabs just spiked it downwards on the win chart to take a 4-3 victory. Two RBIs for JQ on a 1-for-3 day, and an RBI each for Will Love and Bobby Roode. Two hits for Cookie Monster and Jet Stargasm. Vancouver gets a 3-for-5 day with a run scored from Stan Dupp, 2-for-4 day with two RBIs from Scruff McGruff, and a two-hit day with an RBI from Richard Diamond. Marvell actually pitches well. Beatty will get a hold, and Scudder will get the loss and the blown save. Yakko Roy will get the win for Providence in relief, and Busta Baxter will get their second save of the postseason. Wendy Marvell is the player of the game despite the team losing. Uh, Marvell will get the player of the game. So, all right. I guess that's a slight compensation. What's the consolation? There
Constellation,
you go.
yeah. It's like
But
compensation.
I'd still rather have the team victory. But
Yeah.
all right. And then we got the Demons versus the Stars.
hmm Uh,
Let's see.
what Detroit's been cruising through this one so far, just shutting them down game one, battling back hard game two. Been this tale of the pitching for them. Can the pitching hold up here on the road now as they head into Nashville? Cameron Grimes has not given up an earned run yet in this playoff, as Parker Parton also solid 2-0 with a 2.63. They're going to need a huge game from him if Nashville wants to have any chance of coming back into the series here. Let's see what we got here in a crucial game three. Who will send be moving on to no, not moving on yet. Who will get this win in game three? I'm talking too much. Please send it. And Nashville will take them down by a score of 5-2, and there is some life in the Nashville Stars just yet. On the Detroit side of things, pretty quiet day from the batting. Only 5 hits, two of them coming from Burnside. One for Granholm, one an RBI for Jackinson, and one for Apollo, who also scored a run. On Nashville, that offense woke up. You have 1-for-5 with B. Fry, 1-for-5 from Brizzo, 3-for-4 with an RBI for Sav, 2-for-4 with an RBI for Williams, and 2-for-1 with an RBI for Salamanca. As you cut down to the pitching side of this game, we have Cameron Grimes gets the loss despite a strong start and only 2 earned runs, but Parton gets the start, 7 strong, 2 earned runs on 4 hits with 8 strikeouts. Bazooka Joe gets the 2 inning save, only allowing 1 hit, striking out 2. And your player of the game is Parker Parton here in this huge game three.
So we will not be watching any game fours for these four matchups, as each series is at a 2-1 uh, standing for right now, with Providence, Detroit, Puerto Rico, and Florida all leading their opponents in the series.
Oops, all
Um,
2-1.
exactly, all 2-1. So we do have some changes from the Hepcats this time.
No,
They say flip Dion and Jackson in the lineup.
let me check the Ranas. Why do you do that?
Dion
Ranas
Jackson.
want a stamina check.
Dion
Whenever you,
Jackson.
whenever you're done here, if they want a stamina check.
Okay. And flip Shia Miss and Vita for both lineups as well. Alright. Alright, Bauer, how's that look? We got Dion and Jackson at 1 and 2 respectively, and Miss and Vita at 5 and 6 respectively for both of the lineups. So go ahead and save that. Rana stamina check.
Stamina.
AR. Okay.
It's this way. Who?
Schedule stars at 100%. Chapler is at 97. G Knives 0. So is at 100. LBG 100. Vandals 88. And Wozniak 100. Hepcat say perfect. Firehawks, Flamingos, any changes? Please let us know. I see Musha typing in the
Oh,
runners. Okay, doesn't look like it.
when did that get sent? 7:38.
What?
Firehawks might need a stamina check.
Oh, yep.
Uh, I sent that at 7:38.
Yup. Stamina check. Starters at 100. Weiser at 100. I don't know why I should just be doing this. Biglet is at 53. 43 24/7 is at 28. Man's Dad is at 64. Wilson is at 72. All the rest are rested to a degree. Since they don't have the red yellow bar. Have you had a Voyager stamina check yet? Nope. I mean, we did on Tuesday.
Firehawks are saying let it ride.
Cool. Flamingos aren't saying anything, so I'm assuming they're good to let it ride.
Yep.
Oh, nope.
Stamina check.
Okay.
Stamina check from Farquad. As we said that.
Yep.
Also,
Okay. Stamina check. 100% for Accept Your Welcome. Beauregard Rove at 6% starting pitcher, 27% relief. All the rest look to be rested, actually.
that is a giant bullpen.
Yeah, no kidding.
Okay.
I'm just kind of
Just wanted to confirm. We're good.
All right, they're good.
Mhm.
Alrighty. Majors teams, if you have changes, ping us in your channel. I see 3 out of the 4 of them have made changes, or at least pinged us. All right, so we are headed into game number 4, and once again, we are quick simming these as well. So if either Florida or Puerto Rico wins their game 4, we will be watching the rest of the games for that series since it will be elimination. But if both Kansas City and California get a win here, then we'll be quick simming game 5 as well. So we are ready to head on into game number 4. Game number 4 of the series between the Hepcats and the Ranas. Ranas lead 2-1. Gus Polly back on the mound versus Ike Sampson. The winner of game number 4 between the Hepcats and the Ranas is the Puerto Rico Ranas as they take a 3-1 lead in the series, 8-3 victory in game number 4. As Puerto Rico is on the cusp of making it to the World Series as a quote-unquote rebuilding team. I'm starting to doubt the rebuilding status that they're talking about in chat. 3 hits each for Tulowitzki, Blazing, and Duke Jr. with 2 RBIs for Duke Jr. and Goo. 3 RBIs for Blazing. On the side, Kansas City, 3 for 4 day with 2 RBIs and a run scored for Jingleheimer Schmidt. 2 for 4 day with an RBI for Shia Miss. Sampson takes the loss, unable to get out of the second inning. Chapler will get the win for Puerto Rico, improving to 1-1 on the postseason, and Bush Blazing will be your player of the game.
What did I say about Giggity popping off? All of the RBIs.
Apparently, wow. Yeah, it's how many RBIs did they have?
They had 2 this game,
2.
but then they had all of the RBIs in like the other games too. It's just like, or like a lot of them. It's just like, how can you just like?
They've had at least 1 in every game so far. A total
You're
of
welcome.
7. Wow. Okay.
Head office rigging it for the Ranas? Question mark.
Doing no such thing. Even though that would be something to do on your way out as opposed to on your way in, but I'm not going to make any further comments on that.
Don't forget to disable your chaos mod too. Series.
I'm gonna save actually. Let me do that real quick.
We somehow converted the GTA chaos mod to out of the park. So. All right.
Go ahead and adjust the color here. Yeah, go ahead.
As we get back to the battle of the birds here, Florida versus California. Florida, the much better record during the regular season. The Firehawks kind of snuck in as a sub 500 team, if memory serves. But then as you get to the tail of the tape here, what can I say except you're welcome? Uh, just dominant in the postseason so far. Has not given up a run yet. Nastier and by down I meant they had one start I think, and they did well. So good job for them. And Nastier Nestor back on the mound with a 7.2 ERA, but it's the playoffs, baby. All that matters is you show up for this game. Doesn't matter what your ERA is. And now let's see. Will the series be tied, or will we have a 3-1 lead here in the Battle of the Birds? As we will find out now. And we do have a 3-1 here as the Flamingos have almost punched their ticket to the minor league World Series. On the batting side of things, there's your huge contributor there. Jordan Beecham raised the second, 4 for 5 with 2 RBIs. Lewis 1 for 3 with an RBI, 1 for 4 with an RBI for Falco as well. On the California batting side of the things here, we have 2 for 4 with an RBI for Allison Chains, 1 for 3 with an RBI from Foster. As you check out our pitching side of the game here, we have, what can I say except you're welcome, giving up runs this time, but still going 6 strong. Only 2 earned runs, 4 strikeouts, still out a home run. Amo Fab will pick up the save on a 3-inning save to boot. Nestor gets the start and the loss, 4 runs on 8 hits and 4.2. And your player of the game, without a doubt, is Jordan Beecham Reyes the second.
So that means we will be watching games 5, 6, and 7 as necessary for both of these series.
Get your popcorn, people.
Yeah, is elimination time for both the Hepcats and the Firehawks, who are both trailing in the series 3-1. They need to win out their remaining 3 games in order to advance to the World Series.
Yes, and as said, live games means bets.
It's true. Yep.
You can give all of your channel points back to the league.
Yep. And we got bets coming up soon, so we will go ahead and finish off today. And we will have minors games. Might as well sim the majors ones first, though, right? Give the minors teams a bit of time to make any changes.
Okay, we have light from the stars just posted.
Ooh, okay.
As well. Let's start that, I guess. Giovanni Sanchez batters. Giovanni Sanchez first one. Batter phase strategy set to 18.
Strategies for
Batters faced
for Sanchez.
It should be 20. It's Giovanni Sanchez. Yeah, it should be 20. It's at 21. They want it to be 18 now.
18. Okay.
All right. Over here, I'll check Detroit. Detroit wants a stamina check on Quinton O'Quarters.
All right. Quarters is at 53%.
Drop that there. And then
Crabs, they need relief pitcher stamina check.
And then Vancouver's got stamina as well once you're done with that.
Okie doke. All the RPs, they said. Bark is at 53. Red is at 58. Fank, 100%. Baxter, 69% as relief, 22 as starter. And Lincrab, 57. Vandals, stam check.
It was specifically Mitchell, Dirk, Scudder, and Beatty.
Okay. Dirk is at 100% rested, ready for the start. Mitchell is at 100% ready for their next start. And Beatty is at 62%. And then Scudder, 64.
Grab some stuff. Link crab to middle relief pitcher and do another check.
I'm assuming middle relief normal usage for the usage option.
Just said middle. Dust is typing now.
Okay.
Yes. Middle relief normal for Link crab.
Okay.
It will be different stamina. Okay.
It's at 91% for relief pitcher, 57 for starting pitcher.
Detroit said no changes from them.
Sweet.
Vancouver, keep it as well.
All right.
So it's the crabs, and we did the stars, and we said to pick the crabs. Uh, so how's it going tonight, Twitch chat? Everyone having fun? Everyone enjoying the ride of the Puerto Rico Ranas here as we discover we have no idea what anything means anymore in the PBE.
Lake
Okay.
crab to mineral leaf, use more.
Use more. Oh boy. Oh, and
Bark
that's the
and
wall.
red to none specified.
None. Okay.
Bark
And Baxter
and
MRP useless.
Baxter MRP, use less. Okay. How does that look, crabs? Got an unspecified avoid high leverage for Merly, Red, and Fank. Mineral Leaf used more often for Link Crab. Mineral Leaf used less often for Baxter. Crabs say good. Sweet. I think we're all set then. Right?
Start. We did the stars change, right? Yeah,
Yep.
Giovanni, we did that one. Okay. Vandals. Yep. Okay, we should be good then. Just double checking.
I'm,
Vandals good. Crabs good. Good.
I'm paranoid with strat changes, so I'm gonna just check.
Yeah.
Okay, it's
Just save.
stuck into 18.
All right,
Cool.
just save again. Save again while we're
Yep.
here.
Save again. Save one more time.
Save the stream routed. Save the stream.
Rana's, Firehawks, and Flamingos I see have messaged us
Yep.
for changes or otherwise. Hepcast, let us know if you have any changes to make. But other than that, I think we're ready to get on into game number 4 for both major series.
All right. Miners will get your changes after these two major games.
Yes, 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 yes.
We have not forgotten about you.
We promise.
Yes.
We promise. So we will head on
Oh.
in then to the Vandals Crabs game number 4. Providence leads 2-1. James Ronlin has looked stellar throughout the playoffs so far, 1-0 with a 1.74 ERA. They will
My
be
bad
on the
for that one.
mound. What's up?
My bad for that one. I meant to use this bad to proceed to destroy you.
I don't want to talk about it. But James Ronlin will be on the rubber for game number 4 here against Mrs. Jerk from the Vandals. Game number 4. Will Providence take a 3-1 lead or will Vancouver tie it up? The winner of game number 4 for the Legends Conference Finals is the Providence Crabs, who take a 3-1 lead here. They are one game away from the World Series. It is 2-0 on the game for the Crabs. Vandals need to win out their remaining 3 games now in order to make it to the World Series. Providence, right there. They just need to win one of those last 3. A real name goes 3 for 3 with an RBI and a walk. JQ goes 2 for 3. Cookie Monster gets an RBI and a run. Mr. Alligator goes 2 for 3. On the side of Vancouver, 2 for 4 from Scruff McGruff and a hit each from Diamond Martinez and Stern. And that is all that we have on the hits column. Mrs. Dirk gets the loss despite a good outing. Brother Lemonade only gives up a walk over 2.1 innings pitched. While Ronlin will get the win, 6 shutout innings. Abraham Lincrab gets the save with 3 shutout innings. And James Ronlin will be your player of the game.
I regret ever speaking. I have just I don't know
You've
what I
done
did,
this
but
to us.
I just pissed off Ronlin so much. He's like, all right, I'm just gonna single-handedly do this now.
You've done this to us, Reno.
I'm gonna get so banned from the Vancouver server. Scud's just gonna drop the hammer on me. I took that personally. If I,
Everyone ping Reno in the hideout and tell Reno how he did this to us.
Yep. Vancouver, please use your locker room chat that I cannot see to put me on blast.
All right, Reno, take us into game number 4 for the champs.
Okay. As we have, sorry, pretty short out there. Long day doing potholes all day. I'm very tired. Now Nashville came to life in that last game with a strong pitching performance here. Can they get another one here to even this series back up and make it a brand new series there? Man, I'm really speaking like A-Rod right now. Holy jumping. Glenn Allen Mixon back on the bump here for Nashville. 1-2 at 3 ERA. Damian Jensen Crenshaw 2-1 with a 1.47 though. Trying to put the proverbial nail in the coffin here, make it a 3-1. Can Nashville rebound on another strong home performance here to tie the series up at 2? Let's see what we got here as we sim this game. And the series is tied on the back of a beautiful pitching performance there from Nashville. But let's not discount the offense as well, dropping 8 on the Detroit pitching staff. As you check out the batting side of things, Detroit pretty much just shut down across the board. One hit from Lutz, Halverson, Burnside, and Jackinson, and that was it. On the Nashville side of things, 2 for 5 from B. Fry, 2 for 3 with two for 3 from Brizzo, one for 4 with an RBI for Nelson, 1 for 4 with an RBI for Escoleto, 1 for 3 with 2 RBIs for Andrews, 2 RBIs for Williams. Everyone except Salamanca picking up a hit here in the effort. Now, as you check out the pitching aspect of this game, Jensen Crenshaw gets the loss, getting tagged for 5 and 3.2. Bullpen does their best the rest of the way, but Glenn Allen mixed in 9 innings pitched, 4 hits, 1 earned run, 8 strikeouts, saving the bullpen too. And we are tied up here, folks. This is a brand new series now, 2-2. Anyone can win this one.
We have a
Whew.
Mixon start. Glenn Allen Mixon has always, from like my streams, Glenn Allen Mixon has always like done wild things like complete games under 100. This was under 90 pitches.
Yeah,
Complete game under 90 pitches. That is
almost a
wild.
Maddox, but he allowed a run, so not a Maddox. But
So close. So
it just
close to
reminds me of
Maddox.
the year Sarasota made that playoff push, the first year after I got traded to Boise. I remember they traded for what's his name, um, Euclides Garcia,
Oh
Thug,
yeah, yeah, yeah.
and I remember it would just be like they'd be like 9 innings pitched, 1 earned run, loss. But like 9 innings pitched, 0 earned runs, win. It'd be a 1-0 game. It's just like they would only go 9 innings.
Wow. That's wild. What Mixon might be a Hall of Famer, I think.
I think
Uh,
so too.
Rana asked for a stamina check. Cookies at 100%. They will be making the start. They're scheduled to make the start. Chapler is at 29. G Knives 27. So 100. LBG 100. Vandals 93. And Wozniak is at 69% for RP, 6% for starting pitcher. Please let us know if you have any changes. We're going to move on to the Firehawks, who want stamina checks on only a few specific pitchers. Weiser, 84. Man's Dead, 24. And Whiplash, 94. All ending in 4. Oh, and Benjamin?
And Benjamin.
Okay.
And Benjamin.
Wait, what? Benjamin? Who's Benjamin?
Benjamin. Who the heck is Benjamin?
What? Oh,
Alexander.
okay. 100%. 100%. That is definitely not Benjamin.
No, that's how you spell Benjamin in
In
whatever
Firehawk.
that state is. VA. Is that Vermont or is that Virginia? I don't know geography. We've established this.
I don't know.
You try to help me out there. What state is VA?
It's okay, Caleb. It's okay. All right. Let us know, Firehawks, if you have any changes. Checking on Flamingos. Never mind, they say no changes for the Flamingos. Back to the Ranas, who say
Let
let
it
it
ride.
ride. Bullpen dead. Firehawks haven't given any changes per se. Majors teams, if you have any changes, let us know. I see Vandals and Demons have pinged us. Uh, but
Demons say no changes and tell Lizard's player that he sucks.
okay.
Um,
All right then. Hepcats and Firehawks, any changes? Please let us know. Um, I was gonna say we might as well start the first game of the minors, but I mean we have one team on each side that we're waiting for, so we can't really do that per se.
mhm.
So majors games are done for the day, so minors. So
Yep.
we are going to be watching both of these games. Do we? I don't think we have. Do we have a prediction going? It doesn't look like it. Okay. Let's
Nope.
get a prediction going for the uh, Flamingos Firehawks, since they're the first ones. Hepcats we'll give them a little more time to let us know if they have any changes. But
Yep.
Firehawks versus the Flamingos. I'm gonna double check, make sure BNN is off. Yep. Okay. We're gonna pause play-by-play after each play just so I can make sure that the BNN widget is off of the screen. But yeah, if all series are skippable, so you can be in an no, none of the series are skippable anymore. Gold. Only only the demons and the stars are going to be quick simming any more uh, games.
There it
But
is. Home run. We got home runs up.
all
Total
right,
home
over
runs.
under. Why play the later game first? Just because Firehawks and Flamingos both got their changes in quickly. Ross did too, but Hepcats are waiting. Prediction is up over under home runs 2.5. Be sure to get your predictions in. We have a 3-1 series in favor of the Florida Flamingos, who are looking to punch their ticket to the World Series uh, as the away team for this game against the California Firehawks. Um, so Reno, I know we discussed these a little bit going into the stream a little bit, but is there anyone that's been catching your eye so far in the series that you think we should keep an eye out for?
It just has been Beecham Reyes, who's just been an absolute monster this year. This series just hitting RBIs, everything you want from them, they're doing it and more. And then on the Firehawk side, though, I've been kind of interested with I think it was Shane has been having a decent season. I don't think it's been like anything too crazy, but I think they've been having a good postseason as well. So hopefully we just have a good game here. No one gets hurt. No below the belt shots. No one gets ejected for arguing balls and strikes because we don't want Austin Benjamin coming in. But
Sorry, what the chat message?
I had to get a shot at hummus in there somehow.
One of the chat messages caught me off guard. Dukeston said that is way illegal. You can't punch your way in baseball. You got to baseball things it. All right, Florida Flamingos looking to baseball things their ticket to the World Series. I don't think it rolls off the tongue as well, but we'll roll with it. So let's see.
We'll do it live.
We're doing it live. All right, Hepcats, if you have any changes, make sure you get it in while this game's going on. But we have game number 5, Florida Flamingos. Will they make it to the World Series in this game, or will the California Firehawks make it a 3-2 series? Here we go. I will be leading us off with the Flamingos lineup against Lincoln Lowe, the starting pitcher for the California Firehawks. And then Reno will be taking the bottom of the innings with the California Firehawks lineup against Fire Dragon. We will go ahead and start the game. Make sure that the BNN widget is off of the screen, and then we will get on into the first pitch. We will also adjust this because this is horrendous. I don't know what happened. Why have the views have always been really weird recently? So why?
All right, no, we got to go classic 2D. Just go out of the park like 15. Out of the park 15. Let's go.
We're fixing it. We're fixing it. We're fixing it. It's fixed. All right.
Okay. Dugout cam. That'll be the new charity incentive.
Dugout cam.
If we hit X amount, we make some poor streamer have to do the entire stream from like the dugout view.
I'd do it. I would do it. I would absolutely do it.
I would co-host that one.
Yeah,
so.
let's do it sometime.
All right. Next charity incentive.
Exactly. All right, we are underway with Dale Mustang. First up to bat against Lincoln Lowe, the center fielder for the Florida Flamingos, hitting 118 so far in the postseason. We'll see if that average goes up. Oh, that's going to be an error. No, it's going to be infield hit. Ruled as an infield hit, so the average will go up for Dale Mustang. Jordan Beecham Reyes, the second drive to left center, will be caught by the center fielder Foster, and that will bring up Mega Blazik in the DH. Steal attempt by Mustang, safe at second base. Now we have a runner in scoring position with only one out for the Flamingos, but a fly out to center field by Blaziken will make it 2 away. Murphy O'Houlihan goes down, strikes, and Lincoln Lowe gets out of the jam. Flamingos leave a runner on as we head to the bottom of the first. No score here in California.
Michael's comment just broke me with the when you said you fixed it. He goes for which team? The first pitch from Dragon. Dragon will get Nitro's swinging there for the first out of the bottom of the first here. Koala Kyle stepping in. Kyle will strike out as well. Quick start here for Dragon. Two batters, 2 strikeouts. Papa and Marita stepping in here. Full count. Can they do something with it? They'll hit that one into the gap. They'll drop it for a single. And there's a 2-out base runner here. Allison Chain stepping in here. Chains to the shortstop, throws over to second. That will end the bottom of the first here as we rotate back to the top of the second. Both teams exchanging hits there in the first inning.
We'll see Zach Johnson Jr., the hot-hitting left fielder, first up here, and they'll fly out to the left fielder, Brennan, who was ejected in an earlier game for arguing a strike call. Corner vacuum will get onto the corner at first base with a single that was dropped in front of the left fielder. Deep drive all the way to the warning track for Lewis, but it will be caught by Foster for out number 2. Here's Hank Falco. That's going to get past the shortstop and the third baseman for a base hit. And now we have first and second with 2 away for what's she going to do? Walk. And what's she going to do but get a base hit and an RBI? So we have now first and second with 2 outs, and the Flamingos take a 1-0 lead in the top of the second. And a quick rounder back to the pitcher will end the inning, but not before the Flamingos strike first. It is 1-0 Florida as they look to enter the World Series. We head to the bottom of the second.
Long ball trying to live up to the namesake, get this run back. That will be hit to center field, but that will be caught easily by Beecham Reyes there for the first out. Tyra stepping in now and will take a 1-out walk. Oh, no, strikeout. My bad. I thought that was a walk for some reason. I can't see balls and strikes. I'm Angel Hernandez. Carmen Giordano hops that one up to center field as well. No harm, no foul. Quick there, bottom of the second there from the California Firehawks as we flip it back to Florida, as we are now at 166 viewers here. My God.
Wow. Welcome one, welcome all. Jordan Beecham Reyes is going to lead off the top of the third with a base hit into left field. Mega Blaziken will get that one past the center fielder. Hits off the wall on a fly. It will be a double for Blaziken. Second and third now, no one out for O'Houlihan. Deep drive to center field. That's gone. 3-run homer for Murphy O'Houlihan. And the Flamingos, in a game that could send them to the World Series, are now up by 4 in the top of the third. Zach Johnson Jr. is going to get the ball past the shortstop. That will be another base hit. Still no outs this inning as a new pitcher comes in. Jose 43, 24-7 now entering the game to pitch. Corner vacuum will go down on strikes, and we have a runner on first with 1 away now for Lewis. That's going to be a checked swing, no swing. That will be a walk issued to Lewis. Hank Falco will go down on strikes looking, and that will bring up what's she going to do, walk the catcher. 286 so far in the postseason. Grounds that to shortstop, over to second for the fielder's choice, and that will end the inning. But Murphy O'Houlihan increases the lead by a lot, 4-0 in favor of Florida.
All right. Ren Foster trying to get anything back here to make this a game. Grounds up to the pitcher there for the first out. Brandon stepping in now, trying to get Brennan here. Hits that one to third. Will they beat it? They will not. There's the second out there in the bottom of the third. Now Nitro and Nitro to second. Throws it to first. After all that, right back to you, H.A.
Alrighty. We'll see the top of the order for the Flamingos due up here with Mustang, Beecham Reyes second, and Blaziken against 43, 24-7. Mustang gets a base hit. They are now 2 for 3 on the ball game. I'll bring up Jordan Beecham Reyes the second. They are also 2 for 3 on the ball game as they get a base hit as well. Back-to-back singles will bring up Mega Blaziken. Fly ball left field, easy grab for Brennan, and that's 1 away. Murphy O'Houlihan will draw a walk. Now the bases are loaded with only 1 out. Here's Zach Johnson Jr. Andrew Alexander steps onto the rubber to pitch. Deep drive left field. That could be. It is a grand slam by Zach Johnson Jr. And just like that, the Flamingos have now doubled their lead. It is 8-0. That is 3 home runs on the postseason for Zach Johnson Jr. and a big one at that. Flamingos looking very good at the chance to get into the World Series here as a error on Koala Kyle will send corner vacuum to second base. Lewis strikes out, and that will bring up Hank Falco, runner in scoring position, 2 outs. Base hit for Falco. That's going to bring another run in, and this is turning into a blowout, 9-0 in favor of the Flamingos. As that brings up what's she going to do, walk against Andrew Alexander. Ground out to first, and that's going to mercifully end the inning. We head to the bottom of the fourth after Florida scores 5.
All right, AJ's getting all the action so far. Now it's my turn, hopefully. Dragon facing Kyle here. Kyle hit that one. Will that drop? It will not, as Mustang manages to range over and grab it. Up Emeridison, he will strike out. Look in there, as Dragon is just making short work of these Firehawks hitters here. As that will be a base hit. They're first into the bottom of the first there, or Chains trying to keep anything going here. Long ball stepping in, long ball to center field. That one will not have enough. Mustang camps under it there, and that will be your fourth inning. By math logic, they'll score 7 here.
Back out to the top of the inning here with Dale Mustang. That will be a fly out to Ren Foster. Jordan Beecham Reyes the second will fly that one out to left field. And now Mega Blaziken, the DH, will strike out, so not 7 runs in the top of the 5th, but the Florida Flamingos still remain up by 9 as we head to the bottom of the 5th.
I went to public school. You can't shame me for my math. Fire Dragon in here. Fire Dragon will get a leadoff single there into the gap as they will try to get anything here to chip into this 9-run lead here. But Giordano will strike out. Foster trying to move this runner over at least, and they will hit that one into right field. First and third now as the runner, some good aggressive base running there. First and third, 1 out. Can Brennan do anything here? Brennan pops that one to shortstop. That's not going to do much. Nitro here, last chance of the inning here with these runners on. They will hit that one weakly to second, throw over to first. There goes your base runners, and there goes the best chance the Firehawks have had to score runs this entire game. Oof.
And the Firehawks lineup needs to get going sometime if they want to try and get this win and stop Florida from advancing. O'Houlihan goes down the strikeout, and Zach Johnson Jr. will do the same as Alexander racks up their 3rd and 4th strikeouts of the ball game so far. Corner Vacuum will strike out as well as Andrew Alexander strikes out the side here in the top of the 6th. Good pitching coming out now for the Firehawks. They need some good batting, though, to even this up.
Paula Kyle trying to get it going here. Since right to Mustang, who's had quite a busy game over there at center. Emeritus in. Emeritus to right field. Easy can of corn there for Beecham Reyes. Allison Chains in. Allison Chains to left field. That one will drop in. There is a 2-out single here to keep this inning alive. Long ball stepping in. Long ball will draw a walk here. So they're getting runners. This is the inability to do anything with them here. As Tyra steps in, Tyra will strike out swinging here. 6 scoreless for Fire Dragon here. Heck of a game from them as we turn it back over to Florida.
Jeff Lewis, the second baseman, will fly out to the left fielder Brennan as Alexander back on the mound for another inning of work. Hank Falco will ground out to second, and that will bring up What's She Gonna Do walk. 1 for 3 so far today. Make that 1 for 4 as a strikeout will end the inning. Flamingos still lead 9-0 as we head to the stretch. California needs to start scoring some runs, though.
Giordano stepping into the plate here. We'll hit that one right to the right fielder, Beecham Reyes. Beecham Reyes will get there, and Mustang will get there too. Foster now stepping in here. Foster grounds out to first. There's a error there. So there's a runner. There are 2 errors, but that's not the bet. The bet's home runs. Brennan stepping in. Brennan to straightaway center field. Mustang, another easy can of corn there. Nitro, last chance of the inning. We'll hit that one to the gap that will drop in front. They won't send the runner. First and second, 2 outs here for Koala Kyle. This is a bit of a rough game here. The passed ball. There's a chance here. Second and third. Kyle to left. That will not have enough, though. The runners are wasted yet again. Oof.
Not looking good for California Firehawks fans as Florida enters the 8th inning, and we'll start it off with a solo shot from Dale Mustang, their first home run of the playoffs. This one coming off of Andrew Alexander in the top of the 8th.
Oh, man.
Jordan Beecham Reyes the second is going to ground out to the pitcher, and that will bring up Mega Blaziken. Bases empty, 1 out. Make that 2 with a fly out to the left. Murphy O'Houlihan, the first baseman, already had a home run earlier in the ballgame. They'll draw a walk this time around. Zach Johnson Jr., the left fielder, will get a base hit into center field, and the Florida Flamingos offense has woken back up. Be careful, Firehawks defense. The corner vacuum's going to draw a walk.
Oh, no.
Bases loaded, 2 outs for Lewis. Jeff Lewis, the second baseman, as Girk Biglet enters the game and walks in a run on a full count. That is not what you want to see from the first batter that you face. And now it is 11-0 in favor of the Florida Flamingos. Hank Falco will get a base hit, and that's going to be another 2 RBI. 13-0 is the lead for Florida, and they really want to get to the World Series on this game. They want to end the series right now. And a fielder's choice will end the inning as we head to the bottom of the 8th. Looking pretty impossible for California to surmount. We'll see if they can do it.
Let's see here. But Papa and Marita's got to start this offense here. And they will get a leadoff single here. So, hey, never say never. Michael can't win the bet, but he can get a single there. 450 coming into the game here. And they'll give up a single to Chains as well. all stepping in. Ball through the gap. They will hold their runners. Bases loaded. No outs here for Tyra as they will hit that one to left field. Caught. Emery's is tagging, and they have a run. Only 12 to go now to tie this game up here. Giordano stepping in. They will be a pass ball. Runners to second and third now. As Giordano full count here. They will draw the walk as we go to Foster here. Bases loaded. One out. What's going to happen here? They ground them on the first. They step on it. The third to second. They don't get the double play. A run scores. That will be changed from third. 13-2 now. They will step on the bag for the final out of the inning here. So now they only need 11 runs here in the bottom of the ninth at the rate we're going. So
Firehawks finally getting some offense, but it's definitely coming too little too late here. Dale Mustang will get a fly out to center field. California will need 11 runs at least in the bottom of the ninth just to tie it up, and it's looking pretty dire for them. Jordan Beecham Reyes will look ground out to second, and Mega Blaziken now will watch that into center field. It's going to drop on the warning track. That will be a double for Megan Blaziken. Now bring up Murphy O'Houlihan with a runner in scoring position and 2 away. And strike 3, swinging as Girk Biglet takes them down on the K. We get to the bottom of the ninth. California needs 11 runs to tie it.
That's easy. That should be easy to do. Nitro stepping in there as they will hit that one down the line. There's a lead off double. As now Kyle had a bit of a rough game so far. Can they do anything with this runner on second here? TJ Hadlock in from the pen here to try and finish this off. Kyle will draw a walk here. First and second now, Papa Emeritus hitting almost 400 on the season, on the playoffs. Here's 2 home runs. Hits that one to center field, but Mustang will have it. They will hold the runner at second. Austin Chain's coming in, hitting 400 exactly, and will raise that more as they bloop that one to left field here. Bases loaded, 1 out for long ball. Can they clear the bases here? They will strike out. That is not clearing the bases. Hyra stepping in, last chance to keep for this miracle. He'll hit that one up the middle there. 1 run will score as it flips over to Giordano now. Only 13-3. As Giordano grounds on the third, they throw to second. That will end the inning. That will end the game. It was a nail biter, folks, but the Firehawks are moving on to the World Series by a final score of 13-3.
Flamingos, not the Firehawks.
Yeah, sorry. Flamingos can move on. I get my birds confused. I don't know what birds are, okay? Sorry. Just a lot of offense coming from everyone on Florida except Jeff Lewis, unfortunately. 2 for 6 from Beecham Reyes, 3 for 6 from Mustang, 3 for 5 with 4 RBIs for Johnson Jr. California, you got 3 for 5 with 3 RBIs for Falco. California did what you could. 4 for 5 for Allison Chains and a good effort there. Emery is 2 for 5 as well. Pitching, there it is. Fire Dragon, 7 innings pitched, 7 hits, only 1 earned run. 50 made it a little interesting for themselves there. Low doesn't even goes 2+. Doesn't. I don't even think Low got out of the 3rd inning. So 8 hits, 4 earned runs. The bullpen did not really do much there either. Your player of the game with the grand slam is Zach Johnson Jr.
All right, so Florida is going to advance to the World Series. Who will be there to face them? Will it be the Puerto Rico Ross or the Kansas City Hepcats? We will see soon. I'm just updating the tracker real quick.
Cats did not give us any changes either.
Okay.
Second. Ronis might have something for us.
Second thought, can we take the pitch count off?
I just want to make sure that's. I think that was the game they were referring to, but I just want confirmation. I assume it was because I don't think it'd be any other game that was done. But ow! Just dropped my phone on my foot. Love that. I'm guessing that was the game. They're not responding now to anything else. No.
Except for this game, so I'm assuming.
Yeah, well, when this game is done. Yeah, for this game, when this game is done, Cookie's the starter. We did just finish that game. So, yeah, I'm assuming we're done here.
All right, so 0 it is. No limit.
Yep, okay. Perfect. Once you confirm in.
Cookie.
And nothing from the Hepcats.
All right, so I guess we're rolling then. I meant to go to scores. There we go. Majors we did. Okay, so majors we did first. So we only have one more game left on September 29th. Go ahead and save real quick and enter into the last game. This could be, if Puerto Rico wins, it could be problematic. We may have to delete the World Series to delay it. And I'm hoping Enoch is in the chat or around because I don't remember how to do that.
Mhm.
So uh, we'll see. But Kansas City Hepcats versus the Puerto Rico Ranas, game number 4. As we head into it, looks like there's actually been a change here. Kansas City Hepcats had the advantage at every position, but since the Shia Miss and Casey Vita swap in the lineup, Casey Vita does not have the advantage against their number 6 counterpart, Skylar Strobel Jr. Uh, so a little bit of a difference there in the head-to-heads. Um, let's see. So Rito, any players sticking out to you so far this series that you're? Well, I think there's absolutely one that we've mentioned a few times.
Yeah. I mean, it is just who it is. Giggity, Giggity Goose and the monster there for the Ranas. But I've been seeing Bush Blazing getting some RBIs as well there, and they're on fire now too. So that's pretty dangerous, though, all things considered. Uh, and then just it's been the pitching, though. The pitching's been good across the board for them. I'm just been impressed with the entire team as much of a cop out there because projected to lose in every category, and you're up 3-1 in the series right now. So
Yeah, absolutely. So they're asking about the over/under for the home runs. There was
it was
one,
over.
2, 3 home runs.
It was
So
two and a
that,
half. I think it was 2.5.
yeah, it was 2.5. So the
Um,
overs win it for the prediction. Um, sorry,
mm,
back to the Ranas and
general chat.
Hepcats line up here.
Hold on.
What's up?
No, what is it? Uh, LBG said AJ check general playoffs
Yeah,
server
that was
chat.
for the.
Oh,
Um,
okay. Sorry.
I think that was for the was the over there.
I don't know.
Yeah, I think that's what LBG was talking about was the
I know
over/under
LBG
prediction.
LBG had rules that he needs to get removed.
Oh yeah, I
Um,
can't do that. I don't think. Maybe I can. I don't know.
he's a simmer though. We can see them anyway.
Eh, it's true.
Not my pig, not my farm.
Next prediction is up.
Who
Who
wins?
wins? Straight up, who wins between Kansas City and
Uh,
Puerto Rico?
do I go smart with this or do I go stupid with this?
Go fun with this.
Okay, I'm putting 6K on the Ranas. Or
Alrighty.
sorry, how many do I have? Sorry, 5,900 on the Ranas. Oh, goodbye,
Wow.
500. Goodbye.
Well, if the Rockets win it, not only will they advance, but Reno will also get a lot of channel points, and so yeah.
But now like someone that's going to throw like 100 on the Hepcats is looking even better. So,
Yep, I
all
definitely just did that.
right. When you get
Actually,
your 1 million, think of me, okay?
absolutely, I'm stealing Reno's points over here.
Yoink.
Let's see. So, initial camera
Everything.
view. It should be default. I don't
Mhm,
know why
mhm,
recently they've been changing to weird things
mhm.
like the dugout, but oh
We'll
well.
get the Astro center field camera view next. So,
We get something weird. All right. Well, I think we're about ready to head on into game here as the prediction
right.
is winding down. So let's see. I've got Puerto
I'm
Rico,
calling.
so
I'm
you're leading us off, right?
all right. Well, no, I'm the Hepcats. I think.
Was this?
I think I was calling them the Hepcats because I think we did we agree to that? I don't remember. We agreed to something.
Uh,
We divided it
I
up
was
before
doing
the stream
Puerto Rico.
started.
I was doing Puerto Rico. You were doing KC. Did I accidentally
Okay.
change the pitcher warm up thing?
Did you?
I don't know. Hold on. Let me look it back at the VOD real quick here.
We are checking. We are checking. Slow button on. Slow button. I'm just quoting Formula One stuff.
It's set to okay. It was set to use warm-up rule, so I didn't change anything. Okay. I got
That's
paranoid a
weird.
little bit there, but we're good.
Hmm.
All right.
There was a chaos. That would have been chaos.
Yeah.
All right.
All right. Ready to take us into game,
Hepcats.
Reno?
Hepcats Ranas. Let's see. Can the Ranas continue this miracle magic? Will the Hepcats clap back and bring the series back to a 3-2, only a 3-2 deficit here? Let's see here. James Dion leading off here against Cookie. The 0-2 count. And Dion to left field, but right to the left fielder barely has to move. There's your first out there. Jackson stepping in. Jackson will hit a fly ball. Left fielder has to move for that one, but we'll get the second out there. John Jacob Jingleheimer Schmidt stepping in here. He will hit that one to left field. A lot of action there. Drops in front of him this time, though. One out single here, top of the first. Can they do anything with this one? Kulik Warren will strike out hitting sub 100 in the playoffs. Not much I want to see from a number 4 hitter here. But now we turn it over to the Ranas offense here.
It's going to be Trevor Tulowitzki, the second baseman, first up, hitting .316 so far this postseason. And that average will go up as they get a double to shallow left. That rolled all the way to the wall, though. Bush Blaze in the DH will watch as Tulowitzki takes off for third, safe at third with a stolen base, now 90 feet from the plate. Fly ball into right, caught in foul territory, coming home, and he's out! What a great throw from right by Jake Kulik Warren, and Jose Rodriguez will fly out to end the inning. Ranas threatened there for a bit, but they get doubled up on the throw as we head to the top of the second.
That's some bad fundies there. Shamus grinds that one to second. Throwing over to first there. Easy first out in here for the Ranas pitching staff. Vida gets down to left field. Did that? Okay. That looked a little weird on the animation side aspect. On the animation side of things there. As Gratis single into right field here. Akio will walk. Bases loaded. One out now for Slobberknocker, who has a huge chance here. Ground second thrown. They don't try and turn two. And they will get a run on the sacrifice ground out, fielder's choice. Dion stepping in here. He's going to make him pay for not trying to turn two there. Dion will score another one. And is quickly 2-0 here for the Hepcats here in the top of the second here. Jackson stepping in now. Jackson will strike out. But the decision to not try and turn two haunts them here as the Hepcats turn two and score two.
Yeah. We'll start off with Giggity Giggity Goo, the center fielder, drawing a walk on the full count against Ryan Stryker Jr. Ryan Duke Jr. will fly out to right. I'll bring up Skyler Strobel Jr. A lot of juniors in this matchup. And they pick him off of first. Unbelievable throw by Stryker Jr. And now Strobel Jr. will get on board with a single. Rutherford Faust will ground into a fielder's choice. And that will end the inning. Kansas City still up 2-0 as we get to the top of the third.
John Jacob Jingleheimer Schmidt will hit that one to center field in deep, but not deep enough. Kulik Warren stepping in here. He will hit that one to right field back, but also not enough. As his average will drop a bit even lower. Shamus will draw a 2-out walk, though, so the inning is not over just yet. JC Vida stepping in here. Vida, pass ball, runner gets the second here. A single can probably score him now. And there's a single, but will they send him? They will. He is out by a country mile there. Right fielder's putting a lot of work today here. As the bad base running goes from the Ranas to the Hepcats now. As we flip back to you.
I'll start off with Ottav Yiaj. That'll be a quick out to start off the inning. Bailey Jones will go down on the strikeout. And that's going to be Trevor Tulowitzki, the second baseman. 1-for-1 so far today. Deep drive to right field. That will be caught, though, and that will end the inning. Quick 1-2-3 work for Ryan Stryker Jr. as we head to the top of the fourth.
Grata stepping in here, trying to get another run to tack on here. There is a leadoff walk, so there's something going there as Akio steps in, hitting .357 in the series so far. Runner takes off. Runner will be safe. Man on second now with no outs. There's a ground ball to second. They throw over to first. They get him. The runner will advance. Jabberwocky Slobberknocker stepping in. That is a name. To center fielder. Where a diving catch. They throw it home. They will not be in time, though. It is now 3-0 for the Hepcats here. Channel Point's looking in danger so far. As James Dion will fly that one to left field, and that will end the top of the third. But the Hepcats make it a 3-0 lead here early. Will the Ranas be able to respond?
It's going to be Bush Blaze in the DH, starting us off with a strikeout. We'll bring up Jose Rodriguez, the first baseman, hitting .281 so far this postseason with an RBI. Now we'll get past the shortstop. That will be a base hit for Rodriguez. And here's Goo, the center fielder. Goes down on the strikeout. I'll bring up Duke Jr. 2 outs, runner on first. That will get past the third baseman. Base hit for Duke Jr. Now it's first and second for the catcher. Strobel Jr. will ground that to the third baseman. No throw. That will be an infield hit for Skylar Strobel Jr. Rutherford Faust. Base hit for Faust, and that indecision on the throw from the third baseman will cost the Hepcats as the Ross get on board with their first run of the ball game. Yaj, though, will ground out, so that will end the inning. Kansas City still leads. It's 3-1, back to a 2-run lead for them.
Yep. Interesting defensive decisions abound here as Lauren Jackson will get a leadoff single in the top of the fourth here. Top of the fifth, sorry. John Jacob Jingleheimer Schmidt will then hit into a double play. So just erasing the runner immediately. Kulik Warren deep to left field. That will hang up too much though. Camped under that is the bot, as Eagle calls it, and that will end the top of the fifth here.
Bailey Jones, the third baseman, hitting .083 in the playoffs so far, and that average will fall even further to .081 with the flyout. New pitcher W.D. Jecker will enter the game as Tulowitzki will get a base hit. That will be an infield single. Off for second is Tulowitzki. He's got the speed, he's got the wheels, he's safe at second. Blazing fly out to right field, and that will bring up Rodriguez. Runner in scoring position, 2 outs. Rodriguez. Oh, a sliding catch by Jackson, the center fielder for the Hepcats. Now we'll keep the score at 3-1 as we head to the top of the sixth.
All right, Sheamus in now facing Cookie. Sheamus to center field, camped under that one will be the easy first out from Goo. Vida stepping in. Vida, the middle single here off of the new pitcher. Dr. LBG. Took me a minute to read that. Gratis will draw a walk here. First and second out, 1 out. Can they do something with this? Akio will strike out as it goes over to Jabberwocky Slobberknocker, who will hit that one to right field, but right to the right fielder. They waste the runners here. Ranos, only down 2 still. This isn't over yet, folks.
It's going to be Goo, the center fielder, 0 for 1 today, and that will be a base hit, 1 for 2 for Goo, the center fielder. They get on board with a single to center. And now it's going to be Duke Jr. getting on board with a single as well. Back-to-back hits now for the Ranas. Good way to start off the inning. Strobel Jr. grabs to the third baseman. Over to second for the fielder's choice. No relay throw, so no double play. Rutherford Faust with runners at the corners as definitely not Kevin Cho enters the game and gets another fielder's choice at second. That will score a run, so the Ranas draw closer. It's now a 1-run ball game. Yaj, grounder short, and they bobble it. That's going to be an error on Dion. Runner on first, but the error does not come back to bite the Hepcats, and the fly out to straightaway center will end the inning. And we head to the top of the seventh, 3-2 Kansas City.
Double plays are overrated anyway. James Dion will strike out, looking there for the first out here in the top of the seventh. Stepping in, Jackson has hit today. Will hit that 1-2 right field. Easy can of corn there. John Jacob Jingleheimer Schmidt stepping in here, having himself a postseason, but that is not a hit you want to see when you're only up by 1. And we immediately turn it back over to the Ranas.
It's going to be the top of the order for the Ranas in the bottom of the seventh. Base hit for Tulowitzki. They're 3 for 4 in the ball game. That's going to be not a double, but a triple. As Tulowitzki start the Ranas off well. Francis Walker enters the ball game. Blazing grounds out to second. Here's Jose Rodriguez. 1 out, runner 95th on the plate. Base hit and an RBI for Rodriguez. That will bring home Tulowitzki, and this game is tied at 3 here in the bottom of the seventh. Goo. Fly ball left center field will be caught by Jackson. Sorry, Vita will get the catch. Duke Jr. grounds into a fielder's choice, and we head to the top of the eighth with the game tied at 3.
Kulik Warren leading off here for the Hepcats, trying to get that bat to wake up, hitting .067 so far as they loop that one right to the second baseman for the first out. Sheamus stepping in here. Sheamus to deep to the wall. That will be a double. That's a trip. That might be a triple, and it will be 1 out triple here. They have a chance here. Vida stepping in here. They need just anything past the infield. Throwing back to the pitcher, back to the first baseman. 2 outs. Can they get this runner in? Oh. They will pop out to right field, and that will waste the 1 out triple. Oh man, that got spicy there for a second, folks. We go back to the Ranas.
Strobel Jr., the catcher, do up here in the bottom of the 8th. Quick ground out to second. That will bring up Rutherford Faust. 1 for 3 on the ball game. Make that 1 for 4 with a quick fly out to Jackson in center field. Ottaviage will draw a walk on the full count. Now the go-ahead run is aboard for the Ross. Duke Silver enters the game to pitch. Base hit for Bailey Jones. It is now first and second with 2 outs for Tulowitzki. Grounder to first base, stepping on first is Jingleheimer Schmidt, and that will end the inning. We head to the top of the 9th. Kansas City, last chance for them to score some runs unless we head to extras.
Yep. Akio stepping in. Akio deep to right field. Doesn't have enough. It will not. It goes just short of the wall. Jabberwocky Slobber Knocker steps in. They ground out the one to short over to first for the second out here. Dion stepping in now. Dion into the right left field. That one be a double at least. 2 outs. This inning ain't over just yet. That's Jackson stepping in here, trying to get Dion in. Coming in now is Punish Vandals. And they get that one into the gap. They're sending Dion. He will be safe. And the Hepcats have regained the lead here in the top of the 9th. On a clutch hit from Orrin Jackson. Jacob Jingleheimer Schmidt will take a walk here. First and second now with 2 outs. Kulik Warren, their huge hit there.
Oh!
As they will, no, they get gunned down at home. Never mind. I was going to say they had an insurance run. They did not. But the Hepcats have taken the lead here. Ranos, you have to tie it here now or walk it off.
It's going to be Bush blazing the DH going down on the strikeout. As a reminder, Ranos up 3-1 in the series. They're looking to make it to the World Series. They can do it with a walk-off here. Rodriguez will fly out to center field. They'll bring it to Goo. Ranos hopes lie with them. They'll get on board with an infield single. There's Brian Duke Jr., the shortstop. Grounder third base, not able to make the throw. Infield hit, first and second now for Strobel Jr. New pitcher is Jose Jacob Jingleheimer Schmidt. A ground out to second base will end as the Hepcats will bounce back for a victory here, making the series 3-2 in favor of the Ranas, but the Hepcats remain alive for this one. We will see a Game 6 for this matchup as the Hepcats take game number 5. 4-3 is
Enjoy
the
those
final.
channel points.
Yeah, channel points.
What was Striker's stamina? Because they like they pulled him really early when he was dealing.
I don't even know.
Okay.
We'll check in a second.
Yeah, whatever, yeah.
But there's the batting stats. We won't go too far into them since we just watched the game. But the win goes to Duke Silver in relief, while the loss goes to LBG, Dr. LBG, and Jacob Jingleheimer Schmidt. Jose Jacob Jingleheimer Schmidt will get the save. Cookie will be your player of the game, despite the loss for the Ranas with an excellent start on the mound. Let's check out the strikers.
I'm guessing he's tired, but that felt like a very. He only goes about 4 innings every time. Okay, never mind then. I thought they pulled him really early when he was dealing, but he goes about 4 1/3, 4 2/3 every game. So.
All right, so we will see a Game 6 for that matchup. We'll go ahead and save the crawler, and we'll go ahead and save the game. Yeah, I know I've checked this twice already, but just to make sure, we did play the Majors games today, so we're heading into September 30th. Hey, it's my birthday. No minors games is a travel day for the Ranas and the Hepcats, and as we know, the Flamingos made it to the World Series. So we do have the Majors games, and since there's no minors games, I guess we can turn BNN off for the BNN on for the Vandals Crabs game and have the Stars Demons game running in the background. Well, I guess they got an earlier game, so they'll probably already be finished by the time that the Vandals Crabs start. So, oh well, we'll just we'll run the Vandals Crabs game and then we'll check in on the Demon Stars. But any changes? I see lots of pings.
Crabs gave us something.
All right, we'll do the Crabs first.
More bullpen management. So.
Okay. Murley to middle relief.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, Murley. Middle relief use more often. Red. Middle relief use less. Lane Crab and Baxter both to none-specified avoid head leverage.
Lane Crab and who was the other one? Baxter.
Baxter.
Okay, so none-specified avoid high leverage for Lane Crab, Baxter, and Fank. Middle relief for both Red and Murley, with Red using less often and Murley using more often. How's that look, Crabs? We'll go ahead and save the game and switch over to. Okay, they say looks good. Sweet.
Looks good.
Demons said no change.
Vandals. Um, Back to a three man they want. You doing that now? I think you're
Mrs.
doing that now.
Direct long, Mrs. Direct to long, normal, middle. Okay. How's that look, Babs? Any other changes besides that? Looks like Lizzie Mitchell's getting the start for game number 5. Hepcats and Ross, if you have any changes, be sure to let us know. I see the Hepcats have already pinged us, so that's good. Uh, Stars, any changes? Vandals, any other changes? Latest saying if we're earlier than Simos first. Should we do that? Should we sim the Demon Stars?
Hmm? Yeah, we can do that.
Yeah, we'll do it. Alright, sure.
Okay, we'll do that.
Alright, while we're waiting for Vandals to confirm or deny, we'll go ahead and quick sim the Demons Stars then. So Detroit Demons versus the Nashville Stars, series tie at 2. One of these two teams is taking a 3-2 lead in this series. Will it be the Demons or will it be the Stars? The winner of game number 5 is the Nashville Stars. After did the Demons take a 2-0 lead in this series? Have the
They did. They did.
Wow, so Demons now are behind in the series 3-2. Scud, we did what Babs said. Back to three-man, moved Mrs. Dirk back to long, normal, middle. Um, Let us know if there are any other changes you got for us. But 5-0 is the win for the Stars as they inch one game closer to the World Series. Stars need one more win. Demons need to win the last two. So we will be watching Games 6 and 7 as necessary for this matchup. Ride and Dirty will take the loss while Giovanni Sanchez gets their first win in the postseason. Rodriguez gets the save, 3.2 perfect innings. Oh, sorry, not perfect. 3.2 no-hit innings with only one walk issued. Two RBIs for Escalado, one each for Brizzo, and Rye. Outside of Detroit, we have two hits only, one each from Burnside and Hooper. Offense for Detroit just wasn't there for this game. Giovanni Sanchez will be your player of the game, shutting down the Demons' offense. Okay, Scud says we're good to go, so we are good to go. We'll go ahead and save before we get on into game number 5 between the Vancouver Vandals and the Providence Crabs. Providence Crabs looking to return to the World Series in back-to-back years. If they win this game, they will do just that. They're the reigning champions of the PBE. The Vandals haven't made the World Series since Season 6. So they will be looking to break that 31-year-long streak by winning 3 straight games here against the Providence Crabs, a real threat in the Legends Conference. So it's going to be an uphill battle for the Vandals. Crabs just need to win one of these last 3 games. So we'll see if they can head to the World Series in this game, or if they'll need a game 6 or maybe even a game 7 to do so. So Reno, between these two teams matching up, any players that have been sticking out to you so far this series?
I mean, so far we have the three people on fire from Providence with a real name, or Bobby Tables as they call him, Justin Johnson and JQ, all just popping off. JQ specifically, I'm pretty sure, has been really good this series. I saw them having a clutch home run in that they had it was like the 3-run bomb of the 7th or whatever it was. And I think they were the one behind that one off Scud. So sorry, Scud. Um, Vancouver, I don't really know someone standing up, but that means probably the entire team's just playing, about the same. So no harm to foul there.
Yeah, we did see a 5 RBI game earlier in the series from Daniel Martinez, but it
We
has
did, yes.
since cooled off a little bit. It seems like I don't
Mm-hmm.
remember saying his name too much in games 2 through 4, I think. But Scruff
Mm-hmm.
McGruff and Richard Diamond and Stand Up have all had decent outings as well from time to time so far this series. But Vandals are going to need all the offense they can get against Sportsboy 57 on the mound. Uh, Especially with the Crabs being at home. home team fans looking for their team to clinch a spot in the World Series with game number 5 here. Otherwise, it heads back to Vancouver for game 6 and or 7. I shouldn't say and or 7 because it's not going to be game 6 or 7. It will be game 6 and maybe game 7.
We will do one of them.
We'll just
We
skip
don't know
ahead.
which
We'll
one we
play
will do,
game
but
7 first.
we will do one. When we get to game, when we
One
get
or
to
the
games,
other.
games 8 and game 9. Oh boy.
Who wins? Submissions are closed. 66% of the votes headed to Providence. Vandals definitely the underdog for this one. Despite being the number 1 seed, they are down 3-1 in the series. So we will see who comes out on top between the Providence Crabs and the Vancouver Vandals. And we'll start us off with the Vancouver Vandals starting lineup against Sports Boy 57 on the mound. Here we go. Game number 5 for the Legends Conference Finals. And we are underway. As I mentioned, Sports Boy 57 on the mound against leadoff hitter Styles Stern here in the top of the first. Quick grounder to the shortstop, Stargasm on the first for out number 1. Stand up will ground out as well. This one to the first baseman, Cookie Monster. And now it's Reggie Shrub, the catcher. Drive to right center field. It will be caught by the center fielder, a real name, as we head to the bottom of the first. Quick 1-2-3 inning for Sports Boy 57.
Bobby Tables leading us off here in the bottom of the first inning against Lizzie Mitchell. And Tables to second base, throwing first. Easy first out there for the Vandals defense. Justin Johnson and Johnson deep to right field. Does it have enough? It does not. Dives just short of the wall. Will Love stepping in here as they will hit that one to shortstop. Through the shortstop. Pretty sure that face to his body. That'll be the first hit of the game for the Crabs. But Mitchell gets root to strike out. A very quick inning of work for her so far. No harm, no foul.
We'll see Daniel Martinez, the first baseman, hitting only 179 so far this postseason. Swing and a miss on the full count pitch against Sports Boy 57. Here's Richard Diamond, the second baseman. Deep drive to center field, over the head of the center fielder, and there's the first hit of the ballgame for the Vandals. As Diamond will get on board with a double. Scruff McGruff, the center fielder. Strike out. That brings up Elwood Hayes. Runner in scoring position, 2 outs. Hayes. Fly out to right field. That will end the inning. We head to the bottom of the second now after the Vandals get nothing out on 1 hit only.
All right, JQ leading off here, bottom of the second against Mitchell. Grounds to short, throws over to first. Easy bang bang play there. Cookie Monster stepping in now, looking like a Blue Man Group member. As they will get an infield single though on the hit on the ground ball to third base. Whiskey P stepping in here. They will strike out. Looking here. Mr. Alligator, last chance of the inning here to get this runner across. They will not. Mitchell dots him up there, gets him looking as we turn it back over to the Vandals.
Still no score here in Providence. Heading into the top of the third. Dan King Jr., the DH, will lead us off against Sports Boy 57. Quick ground out to Stargasm to start off the inning. Joseph Hilsutsky will strike out on the sinker. We'll bring up Styles Stern, the leadoff hitter. 333 so far this postseason, and that average will go up as Stern gets on board with a base hit. First 2 away for stand up. Over a second over to first, and that's going to end the inning. No runs on a hit. Both teams so far only 2 hits apiece.
Stargasm here leading off the bottom of the third, and they will get a quick walk there from Mitchell. A real name stepping in. They will hit that one to left field. Will it drop? It will. First and second now. Providence betting here. This is that offense quick into life. But Mitchell steps up, gets Johnson swinging. Over to Will Love, hitting sub 2 in the series here below the Schneider line. The center field caught for the second out. Bobby Roode stepping in now. Last chance with this inning here. He hits that one oppo field. That will drop in. 1 run will score. They're going to send 2. Roode has a 2-out RBI. 2 out, 2 RBI double here. A lot of 2s across the board. JQ stepping in here. Back to Mitchell. Mitchell throws the first. That will end the inning, but the Crabs have done some damage here. A 2-0 lead here as we head into the fourth.
Crabs striking first and striking early so far. Shrub will get on board with an infield single. Diving stop by Will Love prevented more damage, but a quick double play, 4-6-3, grounded into by Daniel Martinez. Now bring up Diamond. Diamond with a fly ball into right field. Easy can of corn for the right fielder, Dustin Johnson. As we hit to the bottom of the fourth, Crabs still lead 2-0.
All right, Cookie Monster leading off here, trying to get another hit. Grounds to third. Does not get the infield single this time. As we turn it over to Whiskey Fuse here. Whiskey Fuse to center field. That will drop in front of McGruff. Last single action. Mr. Alligator stepping in. He grounds down to short to second to first. Easy double play. Mitchell gets out of that runner. And the score remains where it is at 2-0.
Top of the fifth now. Scruff McGruff grounds that to the third baseman. Vandals offense needs to get going here if they want to have any hopes of staying alive here in the semifinals. Hayes will fly out. And we'll bring up Dan King Jr., the DH. Quick round out to shortstop on a 1-2-3 inning as the Vandals go quietly in the fifth. We get to the bottom of the inning. Crabs still lead 2-0.
Where's Benjamin in the lineup when you need him? Stargasm, a leadoff single here. He's been doing some damage under the bottom of the lineup this game. Real names walks as well, first and second. Now here with Johnson stepping in. And Johnson down the line. That's going to hold. They're going to hold him there. Bases loaded, no one out. As it goes over to Will Love. Will Love is short to second. They turn the double play. 1-1 will score though. It's 3-0 now. We've actually got some good defense this game. Rude to right field, right to the right fielder. No. But they make it 3-0 here. Vancouver needs his best to wake up ASAP.
Starting off with the bottom of the order, Joseph Pilsudski. Fly ball into left center. It's going to be Will Name taking care of that one. Styles Stern now. Runner to third, unable to beat it out. That's going to be out number 2. Here's stand up the right fielder. Strike 3 called. That'll be strikeout number 4 for Sports Boy 57. 3-0 Crabs as we head to the bottom of the 6th.
AQ stepping in here, facing off against Mitchell. Lines that one to left field, drops him in front of Kozlowski for the first hit. Cookie Monster pops that one up, caught, and the runner will have to hold. Whiskey Fuse stepping in now, trying to get something going. Sad Pepe into the game here. He will strike out Fuse on a beautiful pitch there. Alligator stepping in. He will strike out as well. Pepe coming in, making short work of those two. As we flip it back over to Vancouver. Only has 3 hits so far.
It's going to be Shrub first off with a leadoff single. It's a good start to the game. Martinez will get a base hit as well. Back-to-back loop singles into right. Now just Richard Diamond, first and second, nobody out. Deep drive to right. This game is tied. The Vandals are going to tie it up at 3 off the bat of Richard Diamond. And just like that, we have a more interesting ball game than it was just a pitch earlier. Scruff McGruff will go down on the strikeout, and here's going to be Elwood Hayes. Base is empty, 1 away. Pop fly, shortstop coming in, and they will put the glove on the ball for out number 2. Dan King Jr. grounds that to third, over to first, and that's going to end the inning. A misstep from the pitching from Providence as one gets away from them. 3-3, bottom of the 7th.
All right, Stargasm causing havoc earlier, but gets shut down here by Sad Pepe to start the bottom of the 7th. Now up is Bobby Tables. Full count to him. To right field, back at the wall. That's going to bounce off the top of the wall. He will be there with a 1-out double here as it turns over to the ever-dangerous Dustin Johnson. As he will pop that one to left field. The runner holds at second. Will Love, last chance of the inning. Will they do anything here versus Pepe? That one will be hit to left fielder, caught by Kozlowski. Pepe works around the double as we turn it over to the Vandals at the bats here on top of the 8th.
Bark Murley enters the game to face off against Pilsudski. Fly ball to right field, easily grabbed by Johnson. Styles Stern, the shortstop. Base hit for Stern, and we have a runner on board with 1 away. Stand up the right fielder now. Swing and a miss on the 1-2 pitch. There's Shrub now. Rounds that back to the pitcher, over to first, safe with an infield hit for Shrub. And here's Daniel Martinez, 2 outs, runner on first and second. Grounded to the second baseman, and that's going to end the inning with a fielder's choice. Bottom of the 8th, still tied at 3. We head to the Crabs.
All right. Bobby Roode stepping in versus Pepe here. He will get a lead-off double to start the bottom of the 8th. Q stepping in. Garrett Scudder into the pen now, rocking that beautiful mustache as he will get Q swinging here for the first out. Cookie Monster now in. Cookie Monster to center field. That one will get caught easily. Ken Korn. Whiskey Fuse, last chance here. They will hit that one opposite field. It's going to drop in front of the right fielder. Here he comes. Rude has scored. Fuse has given the Crabs the lead back here in the bottom of the 8th. Alligator will strike out, but that is the damage done. Vancouver now has to get a run here, or it's nights out.
It's going to be Richard Diamond homered earlier in the ball game, 3-run homer. Quick grounder to third, over to first for out number 1. Vales have 2 outs left to play with, and it's Gruff McGruff. That's going to be a base hit up the middle. McGruff on board with a single. Here's Elwood Hayes. 0-1 through the playoffs. Deep drive to center field. That average will fall. Fly out. Dan King Jr., last hopes for Vancouver, and strike 3. The Providence Crabs are going to advance to the World Series. 4-1 on the series, 4-3 in this game. The Providence Crabs will be headed back to the World Series to try and defend their title against either the Nashville Stars or the Detroit Demons. Congratulations to the Crabs. There's the batting and the pitching. Sad Pepe will take the loss in relief for the Vandals, while Bark Murley will get the win, improving to 2-0 on the season with 2 shutout innings. Great pitching for the Crabs. Only one real slip up from the Crabs pitching, being that 3-run homer from Diamond. But the rest of the pitching looked dominant for the Crabs. If they keep that up in the World Series, they'll be looking in good shape. Sportsboy57 will be your player of the game on the start for the Providence Crabs. And that will do it for the majors and the minors on September 30th. So we will go ahead and, well, I'll save first. Let's go ahead and save.
When in doubt, save it out.
Yup.
All right, let's see here.
And we will head on into October 1st. It's a travel day for Nashville and Detroit. Gotta update the crawler real quick here. All right. So it is a 3-2 series in both the majors and the minors. Puerto Rico leads the minors semifinals game series 3-2 against the Kansas City Hepcats. Hepcats do have a change, so we'll go ahead and flip on over to the Hepcats.
Check that one.
Say,
oh yeah, they had a lineup.
Flip.
Jake Kulik, Warren, and Jingleheimer Schmidt in the lineups. Flip them.
Okay.
And Ronis are letting it ride.
Ronis are letting it ride. All right.
Cool. Letting it ride.
Hepcats, that looked good for you. We got left-handed pitcher and right-handed pitcher lineups. Both had them flipped. All right, they say they're good, so we are all set then. We'll go ahead and save.
December finally streaming a game that matters, so I think we should quick sim this one.
That's a fair point.
I think that'd be funny. Let's see here. Let's just drop this in the chat. All right, Headcats are good.
All right.
Ronis are letting it ride.
Do we have a prediction up? Just finished the prediction for Vancouver Providence.
Mm-hmm.
So if we could get a prediction going for Ron's Hepcats maybe real quick as we take a look at the head-to-heads one more time. Game number 6. And we have another one of the head-to-heads flipping in favor of the Ranas, being the pitcher. We have Martin Roy on the mound for Puerto Rico against Lave DePoint for the Kansas City Hepcats. Lave DePoint had a 3.42 ERA and a 1-0 win-loss record in the regular season against Martin Roy, who went 9-8 with a 3.71 ERA in the regular season. See which pitcher comes out on top for this one. We have an over-under of 10.5 total runs. Got about 1:30 to get your predictions in, so be sure to do that. Reno, any players once again that we're keeping an eye? We're always keeping an eye on Goo.
Yeah.
But I feel like last
I highlighted Blazing and then they didn't do too well. So I think the real story net. I think so. I don't know if I want to do that again, but I'll just say there is a player on the Ranas that I'm keeping an eye on. That's it. That's all I'm saying. I don't want to jinx them this time.
Was it
But
we didn't get a whole lot from Goof last game either, though. Trevor
they had
Tulowitzki
an
had a good game though, right?
I did not want to mention their name, but you just did it anyway.
Oh,
So yeah.
okay.
I think for
Whoops.
Hepcats though has been Jackson was clutch last game. Didn't have too many hits, but they got the winning run, the winning hit, and Gratis is on fire. I think they were hitting like around 500 in the playoffs, which is a bit insane to say the least.
Just a little bit.
So then the name I have messed up I think 3 times now. Jabberwocky, down there
Yep.
on the 9 hole.
Yep. Jabberwocky Slobber Knocker.
What a name!
What a great name.
What a what a name!
I also like how we have John Jacob Jingleheimer Schmidt on the Hepcats, and then we have Jose Jacob Jingleheimer Schmidt on the Ranas in the bullpen for them.
And then we have Jabberwocky Slobberknock as well. So if your name is if you have a long name that begins with a J, this is the series for you.
Absolutely. A quick rehydration break done as submissions are closed.
Yep. Remind me to drink water as well.
Yeah, go drink water.
You got my water. Gotta
uh,
take the lid off.
62% of the votes are headed for the under 10.5 total runs. So we will see what happens there. Demons did make mention. Stars, if you got any changes for game number 6, don't be sure to let us know before the end of the game so that we know to take care of that going into uh, game number 6 for you guys. But first, we have game 6 between the Ross and the Hepcats, and I'll be taking us into game with Lave DePoint on the mound. Game number 6 between the Ross and the Hepcats, looking to Ross looking to head to the World Series against the Flamingos. Hepcats looking to stay alive and force a game 7. Here we go in Kansas City with Lave DePoint on the mound versus the Ross starting the lineup. It's going to be Trevor Tulowitzki, the second baseman, starting us off. 349 hitting in the playoffs for Tulowitzki. Lave DePoint is only had 5 innings of work, 5 innings of shutout work so far in the playoffs. Tulowitzki grounded out. Blazing gets on board with a single. Rodriguez will get on board with a single as well. We have first and second now with a 1 away, and here's Goo, the center fielder. Runner shortstop over to second for the fielder's choice. No double play, no relay throw. Brian Duke Jr. will go down on the strikeout, and that will end the inning. We head to the bottom of the first now. No score here in Kansas City.
Sorry, I just got a DM from a friend saying, should I set my neighbor's car on fire? And I need to learn more. Dion stepping in here as they will take the leadoff walk here. As Jackson will step in here, and they will strike out for the first out of the inning here from the pitcher Martin Roy. Kulik Warren stepping in here, batting average over 100 now, as they pop that one to the shortstop here for the second out in the bottom of the first. John Jacob Jingleheimer Schmidt will strike out, and that will leave the runner at first, and that will flip us over to the top of the second.
It's going to be Strobel Jr., the catcher, grounding out to the second baseman for out number 1 here in the top of the second. Avado Joey, the left fielder, goes down on strikes, and now it's going to bring up Rutherford Faust, the right fielder. It's going to be strike 3. 1-2-3 inning for Lave DePoint on the mound as we head to the bottom of the second now for Kansas City to try and get their first hit on the board.
Seamus stepping in here as they will ground that one up the gap. Leadoff single here. This how they started the started the last name of the leadoff runner, but didn't do much with it. As Vita will fly that one out to right field. Gratis stepping in now. Gratis will ground that one in second. This team just hates double plays apparently. So as Akio will strike out, as this is the series of not turning double plays on both sides of the baseball here.
It's going to be Bailey Jones leading off the top of the third here with a base hit straight up the middle of the third baseman for the Ross on the board. Trevor Tulowitzki, the second baseman, grounds out to the pitcher. That will advance the runner to second. Jones on the second. Blazing will fly out as Vito, that diving catch. Good defense by the Hepcats left fielder. And base hit up the middle by Jose Rodriguez will bring the run home to score. Ross now take an early lead here, 1-0 in the top of the third. Ground to third base, over to second for out number 3. And we get to the bottom of the third with the Ross striking first in this one.
As we take a break from chat debating what a cat is, the head cats will step in here. As Jabberwock, the slobber knocker, grinds that one to short, throw number first there for the first out. Dion will take a walk here, his second of the game, as Jackson will try and move him over in some capacity. And they will. That'll be a single up the middle. Dion will hold that second there, first and second now. 2 outs for Jay Kulik Warren. Kulik Warren will swing at a ball like it's through the catcher there, though. As they ground on the shortstop, they get the out there, but the game is tied up because of the lovely out-of-the-park catcher animations. As John Jacob Jingleheimer Schmidt will take a 2-out walk here. Now we go to Shea MS here. Can try and blow this game open a bit, but they will not. They hit it for right field. Who will catch it. Easy out there, but we are tied. Thank you, out of the park.
It's going to be Brian Duke Jr., the shortstop. Quick strikeout to start off the inning. It's going to be Skyler Strobel Jr. now with the bases empty and 1 out. Quick liner to shy a miss will retire the second out. Votto Joey will get a base hit.
Cool.
Quick single for Joey. Rutherford Faust will get on board as well with a base hit up the middle. First and second now. Here's Bailey Jones. Runner short over to second for the fielder's choice to end the inning. Game is still tied at 1 as we head to the bottom of the 4th.
Is it different bot starting in left field for the Ronis this time? Different player? I don't know. I think it was the other Joey Votto, though. This used to be there up there. Interesting. I don't know. Vita has got a leadoff single there. Sorry about that, folks. As Gratis will pop out to the shortstop. Akio hits that one up the middle. They will hold them at second there, so first and second yet again for Jabberwocky Slapper Knocker. He will strike out on the pitch from Martin Roy. As it turns back over to Dion, he has 2 walks in this game and a fly out to left field, which will be camped under for the final out here in the bottom of the 4th. What the heck is this chat right now?
Oh, man. Tulowitzki is going to launch one into right field. That's going to be a home run for Trevor Tulowitzki.
This is like 486?
That's 406 feet, yeah.
406. That did not look 406.
Ranas take a 2-1 lead. And that will bring up Bush Blazing, who draws a walk, and then Jose Rodriguez will get on board with a base hit, first and second. With no one out still. Goo will fly out to center field. This is Francis Walker, by the way, that just entered the game at the top of the inning. And Brian Duke Jr. will fly out to left. First and second now, 2 outs. Strobel Jr. will draw a walk. Second walk issued by Walker, and that will do it for Walker. Chris T-shirt cutter enters the game. As Joey grounds, no, that's going to be an infield single, no throw, and will bring home 1. Browns take a 3-1 lead now, as Faust will ground that to the second baseman on the first to end the inning, but the Ranas have leapfrogged out in front to a 3-1 lead as we head to the bottom of the 5th.
All right. Lauren Jackson stepping in here, trying to get something going here to get back into that lead. As he will strike out, though. Jay Kulik Warren stepping in here. They will bloop that one to left field. Will it hang up too much? It does. As there's the second out there. John Jacob Jingleheimer Schmidt stepping in here. They ground that one with a short throw over to first. That will end the bottom of the 5th. A relatively quick affair for the Headcats, though. Not showing much life here.
And it's going to be Chris T-shirt cutter back on the mound to face down Bailey Jones. Strikeout for Jones as we head back to the top of the order for the Ranas. Tulowitzki, the second baseman. Tulowitzki will draw a walk on the full count. That brings up Blazing, runner on first, 1 away. Steal attempt, safe at second is Tulowitzki. Bush Blazing grounds out to second. That will advance the runner though. So with 2 outs, there's a runner 90 feet from the plate. Jose Rodriguez will ground out though to end the inning. Still lead 3-1 as we head to the bottom of the 6th.
My voice is really starting to feel it now. All right, Seamus here stepping. Hang on. Seamus stepping in now as they will hit that one in the air. Caught easily by the center fielder, Mr. Goo. Casey Vita stepping in now. Vita will strike out as Gratis trying to make something here after 2 quick outs in the inning. As they will fight that one off, but goes right to the right fielder as the Hepcats batters will quietly go down yet again.
T-shirt cutter back on the mound against Goo, the center fielder. Base hit for Goo. They'll get on board with a single to lead off the top of the 7th. Brian Duke Jr. will fly out to left. Easy grab for Vita. And Strobel Jr. Grounder to the first baseman. Oh no, they dropped it! That'll be an error on John Jacob Jingleheimer Schmidt. And Strobel Jr. gets on board. Herman Schwartz enters the game to pitch and immediately gets Joey to ground into a double play, as it is time for the stretch. Heading to the bottom of the seventh now.
All right, Akio leading off here. They will ground that one to the shortstop, and they will be in the throw. As my dog is barking at nothing right now and being kind of annoying. The runner will take off for second, and he is there safe easily. Slobberknocker will hit that one to right field. Caught. Runner has to hold, too shallow to move. Dion stepping in now. Dion grounds to first. Runner will advance at least. But now it's up to Jackson to try and do anything with this runner on third. And they will up the middle. Runner goes to the two-out single there. It is now a 3-2 lead. Cool Warren stepping in here. They need something from him. He will pop out to the third baseman, and that will end the rally. But they chip into it. It is only one run lead now.
Top of the eighth, Rutherford Faust will lead us off, and that's a base hit to right off of Herman Schwartz. Bailey Jones, the third baseman, on first, no one out. Make that one out. It's a quick fly out to Kulik Warren. Make it one away. Trevor Tulowitzki will fly out to the center fielder Jackson. Now here's Bush Blazing grounder to third base, over to second for the fielder's choice. That will end the inning. We head to the bottom of the eighth now. Puerto Rico still leads 3-2.
All right, John Jacob Jingleheimer Schmidt stepping in here, trying to make up for an earlier error. Deep to center field, back, but caught at the wall. Seamus stepping in now. Seamus will strike out. As now we turn the ball over. We turn the bat over to Vida. Vida 2 trying to get anything going here. To first base, easily stepped on. That ends the bottom of the eighth. Hepcats down to their last 3 outs. Good boy.
Puerto Rico has some chance to add some insurance here with Jose Rodriguez starting us off against Herman Schwartz. Good grounder to the first baseman, but you're going to beat it out. It's going to be an infield hit. I don't know what happened there. I don't know what happened there either.
I think they're trying to bunt.
Pitch outs? Maybe bunts? Yeah, I guess so.
They're trying to bunt twice.
Double play times. Regardless as Gu goes down and Duke Jr. will ground out to end the inning. We head to the bottom of the ninth. Last chance for Kansas City.
Hepcats. Last 3 outs to stay alive in these playoffs. Gradas stepping in here. Gradas will strike out on the pitch from Yanez. Akio here stepping in. One of their better hitters so far in this series. Can they do it? They hit that one to center field. Camped under that one is Gu. Slobberknocker, the last chance. The pitch to shortstop. Fumbles it. There is life for the runners just yet as it turns over to Dion. The pitch as Chapter steps in. Dion, that one hangs up too much. And the Rodas magic continues. They're going to the World Series versus the Flamingos. Oh boy, what a game, folks. The Viva Las Ranas Revenge Tour has been marching on, and they have just stormed through Kansas City like a, I don't know if things hit Kansas City. Tornado? Do they get tornadoes? I don't know.
The quote-unquote rebuilding team.
Yeah, the casual rebuild. We're just going to the World Series. No big deal. Excuse me. Sorry.
Wow. All right. Quick grab of the batting and the pitching here. Roy will get the win for game number 6. G Knives the hold. Chapel is save, their 4th of the postseason. Walker will take the loss for Kansas City, and Martin Roy will be the player of the game on the start for the Puerto Rico Ranas, who advance to the World Series to face off against the Florida Flamingos. Congratulations to the Ranas, which means we only have one more series to finish off tonight. Let me go ahead and update the tracker real quick here. And since we are finished with both minor series, let's actually go ahead and take a look at the series MVPs. It's going to be Jose Rodriguez for the Puerto Rico Ranas against the Hepcats. Jose Rodriguez right there, 435 average across the series, going 10 for 23 with 2 RBIs, 519 OBP. Getting on base for the team and helping them out any way they can with the bat. Meanwhile, on the side of the Flamingos and Firehawks game, we have Zach Johnson Jr., the series MVP for the Florida Flamingos. who advanced to the World Series as well. 409 average and a 409 OBP with an 864 slugging. They had 9 RBIs, 3 home runs on a 9 for 22 series. So congratulations to both Zach Johnson Jr. and Jose Rodriguez for being the series MVP of your playoff series. Might as well check the Vandals Crabs one. A real name is going to be the series MVP for the Crabs Vandals series, going 10 for 20 with 2 home runs, 4 RBIs, a 500 average, 545 OBP, and a 950 slugging. Well done to a real name.
Hummus joins the chat. Hey, Stars fans, just haven't watched you guys play a playoff game this year, and you've been doing well. Should I turn it off? First reply, yes. Excuse me.
You heard them, Hummus. You heard them. I'm just going to check the schedule, make sure. Okay, so this shouldn't be a problem because the Ron is Fleming, right? Because we have Stars Demons on this day, and then Stars Demons again on this day. So yeah, that shouldn't be a
If
problem.
if it gets to what is it? Gold said in the chat, we just gotta make sure the World Series doesn't start. So just delete days as we go if we need be.
Well, we shouldn't even need to since like Game 7 is on Game 1 of the minors series.
I
So if
assume
they,
that wouldn't be an issue, but I
yeah,
also don't know the sim file stuff. So if they say, I'm just gonna listen to whatever they say to do because I don't want to break anything
yeah.
and have to resim.
Yeah, if it moves on to Game 7, just double check that BNN is off, I guess. Yep. Yeah, well, BNN is off. It's been off for since the start of this. I made sure of that after an incident a few
Oh,
seasons ago that we're not going to talk about. But at DG, no, we're not going to quick sim the World Series. What are you talking about? Absolutely not. Nashville, Detroit. Looks like Demons pinged us for
stamina
stamina.
for DJC and Dirty.
Alrighty. DJC is at 60%, Dirty is at 28%, scheduled starter 100. Any changes, Demons? Stars, you've been silent. Any changes for you either?
Strong silent type.
So, put Grimes on 90 pitch count? Okay. Okie doke. Eh. Pitch count 90. Save. And just because I'm paranoid, Grimes. Yep, 90 pitch count. It sticks. Anything else, Demons, or are you all set? Prediction is up. Total stolen bases over under 3.5. You got 2.5 minutes for the Demon Stars game number 6, who will advance to the World Series to face off against the Providence Crabs. Oh, Laser City, you know what? What?
What? Got to give them the eyes.
Yep. Put LeBlanc. Okay, put LeBlanc on none specified. Avoid high leverage. Okie dokie.
Thank you, Laser. I appreciate that.
I am assuming no secondary role since they didn't mention one, and that is it. Okay. Alrighty. Saving the database. Nashville Stars versus the Detroit Demons. Nashville leads the series now 3-2 after the Demons took a 2-0 lead in the series. Nashville has been on the comeback trail. Can they win 4 straight to advance to their first ever World Series? Or will the Demons win this one and force a Game 7? What does chat think? Chat, what do you think? I know we got the total stolen bases over under, but let me know in the chat who you think is going to win, Demons or Stars for game number 6. Not necessarily the series, just this game. What do you think, Reno? Which team, if you had to put Twitch points on one of these two teams to win, which one would you be picking?
All 300 of them. Let's see. Oh, we didn't. I don't think we paid out for the last. Wait,
No, we did.
okay, my Twitch that's lagging. That still didn't pay out the last one, so let me just refresh. So the chaos says go for Detroit for Game 7.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, my voice is saying go for Nashville. Um, so I'm just gonna say I hope both teams have fun. and that we have a nice clean game and no shenanigans.
You and Dust both on the same track there, as Dust saying in chat, just hope everyone has fun. DG picking
Mm-hmm.
a team that's not even in the playoffs anymore. That's
With a
a
DG pick.
interesting take there.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know about that one. I don't know about that one, DG.
I think I think this is the Swifties here.
Please
Right,
no
we
walk-off
got check
pass ball.
Toro stamina.
I believe. Please no walk-off pass ball. That we did have
Dusty
that, didn't we?
Dusty just willed that into existence now. I'm sorry.
We have been walk-off pass ball twice in the last
Oh
two seasons in
no.
Game 7.
Oh no.
Were they both in the semifinal? Were they both me? Because I've been doing semifinals for a while now. Did, I remember at least one of those. Did they both happen in the semifinals? Oh,
Laser,
what was
that is
World
like
Series? Okay.
Laser,
Oh,
that is like the most like Buffalo Bills like answer you guys could have had. It's just yeah, we lost twice on walk off wild pitches. Like the
oh,
thing.
that's even worse than the World Series. Like
Yeah.
semifinals, that's bad, but World Series on a walk-off pass ball.
Mhm. I think that
Ah,
then I think the new rule will be no quick sim everything so you can't get past balls in the sim that way. So
are you? Do you not get pass balls in Quicksim, or do you just
they
not
don't
see
happen.
them?
They don't happen nearly as often. I'm pretty sure.
Oh wow, okay,
But
interesting.
it's like when when the live happens too. It's just kind of like I don't know if it's I don't know how to like phrase this properly because I don't have the words or
Mhm.
the voice to do so. But as I'm starting to sound like I smoked 40 a day for like hang out in alleyways like, hey, what do you want? They're
Well,
selling chocolates.
submissions are closed. Let's get into the game to save your voice, Reno. We got it.
Hey.
Let's,
I'll get increasingly deeper as the game goes on.
oh god, that'd be horrendous. All right, you're bringing us into game with Cameron Grimes on the mound versus the Nashville starting lineup.
Yep,
Take us away, Reno.
I shall. All right, here. Detroit do or die, game 6 at home, trying to beat the Nashville Stars. Beef Rye leading off against Cameron Grimes. And Rye Grimes that went to the shortstop, thrown over there for the first out. Javentini Brizzo stepping in here. Brizzo also the shortstop, and they throw to first. There's an error, and Brizzo will get the second on the error by the first baseman Granholm. Nelson to center field, right. We're top in front. Brizzo's going home. Brizzo will be safe, and Nashville's on an early 1-0 lead here. Laser screaming at Dust in the chat right now as Escobedo flies that one out to the outfield for the second out of the inning. Runner on first now for Hayden Andrews. Andrews ground up to second base. That will end the first, but Nashville is on top 1-0.
I'm gonna start us off with Barry Bonds at the plate against Parker Parton. Bonds goes down on the strikeout. And I'll bring it to James Lutz, the center fielder. Ground ball down the line in left. That will be a double for Lutz. That got past a diving Billy Nelson. Keegan Halverson goes down on the strikeout, and that will bring up Larry B. Burnside, the cleanup hitter. Left fielder for the Demons. A little ground out to the first baseman, and that's going to end the inning. Nashville still leads 1-0 after the Demons get a runner scoring position. We get to the top of the second.
All right, we have Aldrin Sov leading off here. They grind that one over to third, thrown over to first for the easy play there. Michael Williams stepping in. The pitch to them, deep to out of the outfield, but that will be camped under by Lutz. Yupper stepping in now. Yuppers will strike out looking there. Quick work from Grimes to that time around. And the lead is still 1-0.
Demons looking for their my voice cracked there. Travis Granholm will start off the Demons' second inning with a ground out. Robert Jackson, the shortstop, for a walk on full count. That'll bring up Jed Jaguar, the second baseman. Runner on first, 2 away, strike 3. Or sorry, 1 away, strike 3. We'll bring it 2 away. Stelton Apollo, deep drive to right field at the corner. That is gone. The ball's still showing on the screen, but hey, that's a home run. As Stellan Apollo will take Parker Barton yard to put the Demons up 2-1. Gilbert Hooper will get on board with an infield hit as the confetti still falling, or fireworks still falling in left field there. Barry Bonds will strike out, and that will end the inning. We hit the top of the third. Demons take the lead 2-1.
Salamanca stepping in as AJ's voice is cracking, my voice is dropping. B-Fry turning the order around. He will strike out on a check swing there as we go to Brizzo here, trying to move something here with 2 outs. The pitch, Brizzo down the line. Brizzo is being a menace here this game. A 2-out double here as he turns it over to Nelson, trying to get him in. Can he do it? He will not. The ground to shortstop, thrown over to first. Easy put out there as we head to the bottom of the third.
Lutz, Halverson, and Burnside do up for the Demons here in the third. Lutz will get on board with a base hit. Keegan Halverson, the catcher. Second over, second for one, back over first, double play turn. 4-6-3 by the Stars. Burnside will draw a walk on a 3-0 pitch. So 4 pitches. As a pitch out. And home will go down on strikes, and that will end the inning. We head to the top of the fourth. 2-1 Demons.
I think that was a pitch out into the dirt. Esteban Escalado stepping in here as he will hit that one to left field for a leadoff single. Let's not get to that in the intermission after this inning's over. Hayden Andrews stepping in now. Andrews gets hit by the pitch. First and second now for Aldrin Saab, who have gotten back the pitcher for the second. They do not get the runner at first. First and third now, 1 out for Michael Williams. Williams deep to center field, that will drop in. 1 run scores, the runner's going to third. The runner is safe. First and third with 1 out again now. As you turn over to Yuppers. The runner takes off for second. The runner is safe. Yupper is trying to move this runner over. They will ground it short. They will not be able to do so. Lalo Salamanca stepping in, hitting 156 now. They pop that one to the right field, and that will end the inning. As to what's for lunch? Puff Mama chili.
It's 2-2 as we head to the bottom of the fourth. Robbie Jackson will strike out against Parker Parton. That's going to be strikeout number 6 on the day for Parton. Jet Jaguar will ground out to the third baseman, and that will bring up Stellan Apollo. Homered earlier in the ball game. 2 RBIs already, but a strikeout this time for Apollo as we head to the top of the fifth, still tied at 2.
All right, Sugar, let's do this. Beef rice. I'm your grandmother. Beef Fry will strike out to lead off the top of the fifth here. As Anthony Brizzo stepping in now, pops that one right to the center fielder for the second out here in the top of the fifth. Nelson stepping in. Nelson bounces to first. That will end the top of the fifth here. We turn back over to Detroit.
It's going to be Gilbert Hooper, the DH, here in the bottom of the fifth. Fly ball into left center field, easily grabbed by Michael Williams. Barry Bonds, the right fielder, get a base hit as that drops in front of Salamanca. Barry Bonds off for second, safe for the stolen base. There's another one for the prediction. James Lutz will get a base hit all the way to the center field wall. That's going to be a triple for James Lutz and an RBI. Detroit takes the lead back. It is now 3-2. Make that 4-2 as Keegan Halverson will get an RBI and a double. One out runner on scoring position for Larry B. Burnside. Still more opportunities for the Demons. The base hit for Burnside won't bring the runner home to score though. Halverson to third. A strikeout of Granholm will bring up Jackson. First and third, 2 outs, and that's a base hit up the middle. Demons will score again. It is now 5-2. Demons want a game 7 here as they continue to pile on the runs. Juan Rodriguez now enters the game as a pitcher for the Stars and immediately gets Jaguar to fly out to center field. That will end the inning. The Demons strike for 3 is 5-2 heading to the top of the sixth.
As we turn it back over here in the top of the sixth to Escoleto, Cooper S. Town into the game as well. 13.5 ERA, now a 10.8. Hayden Andrews in here hitting some 2, hits that one to first. They bobble it. That'll be the second error of the game for the Demons, and they have a runner on because of it. But Saab will immediately erase that one, but they keep the runner on first now, 2 outs. William, and they pick him off. As that will end the top of the sixth here. There's a lot of pickoffs in this game as well, I'm starting to see too.
Starting to feel bad for you, Reno. Stellan Apollo is going to ground out to short. Gilbert Hooper will ground out to third, back-to-back groundouts for the Demons batters. And Barry Bonds will go down on a strikeout. So 1-2-3 inning for Juan Rodriguez as we bring it back to Reno for the top of the seventh.
Michael Williams stepping in here as he grounds that one to third, throwing over the first near for the first out. Yepers stepping in now. Yepers to the fielder who will run in and bring that one home. Salamanca stepping in here, trying to get something going. Table strikeout looking. As Cooper Estanes has been shutting down the batters here as we head to the bottom of the seventh.
James Lutz, the center fielder. He's going to lead us off with a fly out into left field down the line. Keegan Halverson now. Ground as a diving catch by Rye. I thought that dropped, but I guess not. 2 outs. Burnside will walk on full count. That brings in Swantavius Day, the new pitcher, who will strike out Travis Granholm to end the inning. We head to the top of the 8th. Demons still lead 5-2. Nashville bats got to wake up here, get some runs.
All right, B. Fry stepping in here, trying to get something going. And they will get an infield hit to third baseman. There's a start as you go to Brizzo. Brizzo does strike out looking though. Didn't get the bat off the shoulder. Nelson stepping in. Nelson into the center fielder. Will drop in for a single. First and second now. Escoleto deep, but not deep enough. Center fielder camps into that one. Runner will tag and advance to third. Andrew stepping in. This will be a huge time for a clutch hit. And they will ground out to the shortstop. The runners are wasted. And we are head to the bottom of the 8th.
It's going to be Jackinson here at the bottom of the 8th. Fly ball down the right field line. It will be caught by Brizzo. Jaguar, quick rounder to second base, taken care of by Ryan. Now Stellan Apollo striking out a 1-2-3 inning for Swantavius Day. Nashville, last chance, they need to score 3 runs or we're headed to a Game 7.
All right, last chance here. Sav leading off. Sav strikes out and Quinton O'Quarters into the now. Williams stepping in here. Williams lines them right to the right fielder here. As we go to Yepers, last chance of this game. Yepers deep, and that will drop in. They're going for 3, and they will give Salamanca the chance to keep this game alive and go for on the day. And Salamanca will strike out. The Demons have forced a Game 7. Yay.
I can hear the thrill in your voice, also the gravel.
They're selling chocolates.
Oh man, Demons will force a Game 7 as we head to the last winner-take-all game of the stream between Detroit and Nashville. So Detroit has won games 1, 2, and 6, while Nashville won games 3, 4, and 5. As Cameron Grimes gets the win in this one, Town will get the hold, O'Quarters the save, and Parton will take the loss for Nashville. Cameron Grimes the player of the game. Detroit and Nashville, if you have changes to make, please let us know ASAP. Because we don't really have any other games. We can't really delay any farther for you guys now.
Laser one stamina on QOQ.
Absolutely.
And right onto RP.
Alright, so this will be Game 7. And we won't have BNN on, so this shouldn't quicksim. Shouldn't. Pitching staff for the Demons. They said O'Quarters, who is at 73%. And Dirty as a relief pitch. Well, Dirty's at 60% SP. Do you want me to move Dirty to relief just to see what the... Here, let's move Dirty to relief. And change to just mid relief just to see. Relief pitcher 41% for Dirty. Any changes, Demons or Stars? While you guys are typing that, I'm gonna go refill my water real quick. Be right back. Okay, we back. Final prediction is live. Courtesy of Attica. Be sure to get your channel points bet on the over-under of 10.5 total runs. Sorry for the break all. Have to keep hydrated when you're doing calls. Town to none specified. Avoid high leverage. Ness on the same. None specified. Avoid high leverage. Dirty to BP. Wait.
No, no, dirty stays in rotation.
Oh, dirty stays in rotation.
Dirty
Okay.
stays in rotation.
Okay. How you have it is good. All right. Saving game. Stars. Last chance. I know you guys don't really
Stars
do
are
a
just
lot of changes.
silently watching and judging us. One of those teams could also send me some cough drops. I would appreciate that.
All right. I'm guessing we're good then. Stars are. Oh, Stars said no changes. Perfect. Thank you, Zach. That means we are all set to go then. So we will save the game and
Sable
enter in
BNN.
to.
As
Yep,
we just,
absolutely. We will manage game. BNN is off. All 66 of you in chat are my witnesses.
Mhm.
So we. So it all comes down to this. Game number 7 between the Stars and the Demons. We already have our Miners World Series set up. It's Ronis versus Flamingos. We have the Providence Crabs waiting in the wings. Excuse me, for the winner of this game. Demons looking to return to the World Series after their last stint in season 35 ended in them as the runner-up. Nashville Stars looking for their first ever World Series appearance. So it's going to be a high stakes matchup for both teams here. Maybe a little bit higher for the Stars, but still very high stakes for both. Damian Jensen Crenshaw on the mound for the Demons. Glenn Allen Mixon on the mound for the Stars. Um, both excellent pitchers. Reno, I'm going to ask you
Yeah.
again. I asked you for Game 6. I'm going to ask you again. If you had to put Twitch points on one of these teams to win here in Game 7, who are you choosing?
Um, who do I want to give the kiss of death to? Uh, I feel like with the way the national lineup's kind of been like recently, I'm gonna go with Detroit's taking this one. So Laser,
All
you
right.
can feel free to send all messages to me after the show.
I'll counteract it. I'll say the Stars win, so that way we have Castor's curse on both sides.
Uh,
So it evens out. It evens out. So I think we're about ready. Let's see. Prediction is still just about going over under 10.5 total run. Is Hummus still here? Yeah, that's the real question. Because remember what I said about how if the Stars lose, blame Hummus? Because he stuck around after he mentioned that the Stars are doing well. Who wins? Five. Oh wow. What? Did that change?
mm,
Did the prediction change? Who wins? Submission closing in 5 minutes. Nash supervillains or Damon fatal
I,
errors? What?
I don't know.
I
I
don't
don't
know
know.
either. My stream is
Hell,
lagging. Uh oh.
is this a youth like slang term? I don't know. What
My
is a super? What
oh,
is a
okay. The
super?
10.5 total runs was the previous game. Okay.
What is
Um.
a super villains and fatal errors? Is this
Gotcha.
what youth culture is this?
I don't know. AJ, as a fellow Bear, you better cheer for the Demons. No, as a fellow Bear, I would cheer for the Bears, absolutely. but,
Ah, Bears.
but it's like
Oh, Hamas is in the chat.
all of us in the chat. That means the Demons are gonna win.
All right, everyone, put your points on the demons. Hamas is here.
All right, here we go. Game number 7. Stars Demons. Winner advances to face the Crabs. Here we go. Nashville
Thomas.
Stars lineup will be starting us off against the
Mm-hmm.
Detroit starting pitcher. So Reno,
Mm-hmm.
take us away.
I'm gonna stop advertising this tahini. That's not now. Anyways, fraud stream. Beef Fry leading off here, trying to get something going against Jansen Crenshaw. Remember, Nashville scored first last game, but that was not enough as they were able to lead off runner out. Rizzo stepping in here. Rizzo will draw a walk for Crenshaw. Nelson facing in. The pitch hit. Nelson will make good contact, but it goes right to the outfielder. Escoleto, weaker contact, also right to the outfielder. So no out from the walk from Rizzo.
I just realized that there is a walk-off pass ball in this. It wouldn't be the Demons losing, it would be the Demons winning. So Demons can rest a little bit easier with that knowledge, I guess. But Barry Bonds will start them off with a strikeout here at the bottom of the first. James Lutz will also get on a strikeout. I mean, there's still opportunity for a pass ball, just not a walk-off pass ball that causes the Demons to lose.
Hey, Jay, please stop.
I'm just saying that's not possible, all right? Keegan Howerson will ground out at the inning because it's towards the home team.
They'll somehow find a way, don't worry. Now that you said that. Hayden Andrews leading up for the inning here. Hayden Andrews drops that one into right field here for the leadoff single. Aldrin Saab stepping in. Saab another single here, first and second now, no outs. They're cooking. Michael Williams, and Williams will strike out. That is a huge out from Crenshaw. Double play against this. Yuppers in, Yuppers up the middle, Yuppers the single. They're sending the runner, and the runner scores. Nashville has jumped out 1-0 here as it turns the bat turns over to Salamanca, who grounds to short. They only throw to first, second, and third. 2 outs. As Rye will ground out as we head to the bottom of the second. Now Nashville on top, 1-0.
Larry B. Burnside will start us off here in the bottom of the second. And a infield hit collected by Burnside. As Oldensaw was a little slow on the throw. Travis Granholm will get on board with the walk. And now here's Roger Jackinson. Base hit for Jackinson. Off of Glenn Allen Mixon. Throws the plate, not in time. That will be a base hit and an RBI for Jackinson. First and second now, no one out for Jet Jaguar. And that wild pitch to the backstop. As Jackinson and Granholm both advance. Strikeout by Jaguar. I'll bring up Stellan Apollo. Second and third, one away. Ground out to the second baseman. Gilbert Hooper, the DH, will also ground out to the second baseman. So the Demons get one. They threaten more, but they only get one across. Game tied at 1 as we head to the top of the third.
All right, turning it back over to Rizzo. Rizzo deep into the gap. They continue to do some damage here as they get a lead-off double as they turn the bat over to Nelson now. Nelson's made some good contact, but no hits to show for it as they ground to shortstop and they throw it there. Escoleto deep into the gap. It's going to hit off the wall. Rizzo scores. Escoleto comes in clutch here as they get the RBI double. Andrews stepping in. Andrews will strike out looking as Saab steps in now. Saab down the line. Will they send him? They will. It is a 2-out double, and it is a 3-1 for Nashville. As Williams will ground up the shortstop. It is now 3-1 though. The damage has been done. Can Detroit respond back?
Barry Bonds, top of the lineup for the Demons, bottom of the inning. Barry Bonds will get on board with a single. Off for second is Bonds, safe with a stolen base. James Lutz will get a base hit, and that will bring Bonds around out at the plate. They got him at the plate. Rizzo with a beautiful throw. Keegan Halverson pops it out. Lutz advances to second on that throw. But Burnside strikes out to end the inning, and the Demons won't be able to score as they get 2 runners into scoring position at different points. 3-1 Nashville still.
Yuppers into the box now. Yuppers will strike out. Salamanca stepping in. Salamanca will strike out as well. Sorry, I'm really starting to fade here. Beef Right, last chance. Beef Right deep to left field. Does that have enough? It does not. As that will end the threat at the top of the fourth here.
Get home the first baseman. Ground out to the other first baseman, Escalado. Bobby Jackson goes down on the strikeout on the 2-2 pitch. Here's Jet Jaguar, the second baseman. 2 away, base paths empty. Third base over to first, and that's going to be the inning. Heading to the top of the 5th now, 3-1 in favor of Nashville. See if they can extend this lead.
Anthony Brizzo did the damage last time. He will get another hit here. A blue blast over the shortstop for a leadoff single as the boos come in from the crowd. Grounded to second, they throw to first, they get him, but Brizzo advances. Escoleto in. Escoleto will strike out as it's now 2 outs. Last chance for Hayden Andrews. Andrews deep to left field, doesn't have enough. It does not. As Brizzo cannot get anything going here as we turn it back over to Detroit here as the top of the 5th.
Bottom of the 5th, Stellan Apollo. He's going to ground out to shortstop. Here's Gilbert Hooper, the DH. Strike 3 swinging. It's by Alan Nixon. Turns the order around. It's going to be Barry Bonds now. Top of the order. Deep drive to left. Caught near the wall. Williams is going to take care of that, and that will bring us to the top of the 6th.
All right. Waldron Sav leading off here. And a diving catch by the center fielder Lutz for the huge first out. Back to the pitcher, thrown to first, but Williams will get in. Williams will be safe at second now. And Yupper's trying to get something here. We'll pop that one out. That's not going to be much of a runner. Salamanca, quiet playoff series, and he will continue to be quiet with another strikeout here. As we go back to as we head to the bottom of the 6th.
James Lutz, the center fielder. Fly ball to right field. Easy catch for Anthony Brizzo. Keegan Halverson will ground that out to the first baseman. Here's Larry B. Burnside, the left fielder. 324 in the playoffs. The average will go down with the ground out to shortstop. 1-2-3 go Detroit against Glenn Allen Mixon. And we head to the top of the 7th back to Nashville.
All right, final 3 frames kicking off here. Beef Fry stepping in. Beef Fry striking out. Rizzo stepping in now, trying to continue the nightmare series, but they will strike out as well. Nelson stepping in here, last chance, and they will strike out. The top of the order was quietly there for Nashville. Back to Detroit to try and get something going here.
We Travis Granholm against new pitcher Bazooka Joe, but Alan Nixon pulled from the game. Granholm will ground out to third. That'll bring up Robbie Jackson, the shortstop. A walk issued on a 3-1 pitch. Bring up Jet Jaguar. Tying run at the plate. Strikeout by Jaguar. Stellan Apollo. 2 outs, runner on first. Runner second over to first for out number 3, and we head back to Nashville in the top of the 8th.
Escoleto will be leading off here, trying to keep something going. And they will not drop that one in as a great play by the left fielder Burnside. Andrews up the middle. A 1-out single here for Sav. Sav will be caught by second base as Williams will ground that one to second base as well, and that will end the top of the 8th.
6 outs remain for Detroit. They need to get 2 runs on the board just to tie it. Gilbert Hooper will start us off on a good note with a base hit. That's going to be a double into deep right center. Barry Bonds, the right fielder now. He watches that one, gets by. Wild pitch, advancing Hooper to third. Barry Bonds will draw a walk. Go ahead, run at the plate. In the form of James Lutz. Pop fly out to the shortstop, Sav. Keegan Halverson, that's a passed ball. And Detroit will actually score on the passed ball. It is now 3-2, 1-run ball game. Keegan Halverson draws a walk. Walk number 3 issued by Bazooka Joe. Larry B. Burnside. Diving catch by Williams in the left. That will be out number 2. First and second, here's Granholm strikeout on the 2-2 pitch. This is now a 1-run game, but we're heading to the top of the 9th. Nashville could extend their lead back here.
They need an insurance. They can get an insurance run here if Yuppers can hold it. Lead off walk. They need Salamanca to do anything here. That is something. He gets a single. They send Yuppers to third. Yuppers gets there. Fry stepping in, trying to do some damage. deep to right field. It will be deep. They will tag, and they will score. It is now 4-2. They get the run back. Rizzo now man on first. Rizzo striking out. Nelson stepping in here. Last at bat, maybe. Deep to the center field, but that one will be caught. Nashville has taken the lead back to 2. 3 outs to go.
3 outs for the Demons to score 2 runs to send us to extras, or 3 runs to advance to the World Series. So Montavious Day on the mound. Robbie Jackson will ground out to shortstop. 2 outs left to play with for the Demons. Jet Jaguar, base hit into center field. They got a base runner. Here's Stellan Apollo, third baseman, runner on first, 1 away. Apollo, base hit. First and second now for Gilbert Hooper, the DH. Winning run at the plate. Double steal is on. Both are safe. Second and third now. Gilbert Hooper strikes out. It all comes down to Barry Bonds. Ground out in front of the catcher, and the Nashville Stars, for the first time in PBE history, are headed to the World Series. Just like that, in game number 7, Nashville will punch their ticket to the World Series and head to face the Providence Crabs. Nashville Stars, for the first time ever, will be in the World Series. What a great series between these two teams as it goes the distance to game number 7. Nashville coming out on top, and we will see them play on Saturday for the title of the World Series. Great series.
The series goes the distance. My voice does not.
It's true. Voice came out a little bit, but we made it through.
Game 5.
Yeah. Oh, man. There's the batting and the pitching for you. Glenn Allen Mixon will get the win. Great game on the mound for Mixon. 6 innings, only 1 earned run given up on 4 hits and a walk. Joe will get the whole day to save. Jensen Crenshaw the loss. And the player of the game is going to be Glenn Allen Mixon, of course, your player of the game. And that will do it for the semifinal stream. We'll go ahead and, just to make sure that the miners didn't sim accidentally good. Okay, cool. Cool. So on Saturday, we will be seeing the Puerto Rico Ranas face off against the Florida Flamingos in the minors, and the Nashville Stars taking on the Providence Crabs for the Majors World Series. Definitely be sure to tune into both of those streams. Both of those World Series will get their own streams. The minors will get a earlier kind of matinee type of stream, and then in the evening we will be watching the Majors World Series, and we will be streaming all 7 games as necessary for both of those series, so be sure to tune in for both of those streams. I'll give you more info on that as the upload is commencing, but real quick, we're just going to go ahead and execute that. But that's it for us, except for the upload. What a stream. Reno, I won't make you talk too much. In fact, if you want to duck out and rest up your voice, you can,
Nah,
or you can stick around for the
I'm
upload.
I'm in till the end.
Okay, all right. Fair enough. I don't want you to strain your voice any more than you have to.
I'm gonna be at work tomorrow, communicating through like sign language and hand gestures. So
Just bring like a whiteboard and a dry erase marker and just use that.
I'm just grinding sidewalks tomorrow. I don't need to talk for that one. So
There you go. Oh man, this is a what a semifinal stream, man. I got it. I got to admit a little bit of sadness for the Vandals, but we had some good series throughout. Let me update the tracker one last time here to reflect Nashville's victory here. Go ahead and save that so that anyone tuning in for the upload will be able to see the full crawler. I didn't want to mention this to any of the Vandals or during the stream, but now that the Vandals are officially out of it, I guess I could mention it. There's been talk of a Vandals semifinal streamer curse that has, like, the Vandals losing in the semifinals has been well documented. but a large majority of, if not all, of those semifinal losses have been with a Vandal streamer hosting, mostly LBG, who was a Vandal at the time. And so I've been paranoid all day that I would continue that curse, and it did happen, which is just an excellent cap on the week for me. Uh, take I'm taking a day off of work tomorrow, which for unrelated factors, but this week has been long.
You can say it's an excuse now.
Yeah, I'll use this as an excuse. Hey, work. My baseball baseball sim league team lost the semifinals. I'm depressed. I'm staying up.
My fake baseball team lost. Yeah,
Yeah.
there you go.
Yeah. Well.
Now we're punishing me, so it's okay.
Yeah. But congratulations to the Crabs though. They definitely deserve the win to get to the World Series. They are a very formidable team. They were probably the team I was most worried about facing going into the playoffs as a Vandal.
Just casually
Uh,
facing a triple crown winner, a
yeah,
guy hitting 500. No big deal.
yeah. Calling into work with PBE, broken heart. Yeah, that's an actual
Mhm.
medical condition, BTS. Don't joke about that.
Yeah, the boss, I can't come in. I destroyed my voice last night. What was I doing? Commenting on Jabberwocky Slobberknock. Uh, I don't know. I don't lose my train of thought now too.
Oh man.
Thank you for having me though. This was a fun stream. I
Yeah,
appreciated it.
absolutely. I thrown off a little bit of my game from the loss, but I do want to thank thanks to the mods for making all those predictions up for us, and thank you to you, Reno, for co-hosting tonight.
Yeah, and it was just like, you know what? I'm not doing anything. Might as well hop in for some playoff shenanigans. Uh,
Have we
shredded my voice.
have we streamed together before? I don't think we have
I
we?
don't think. No, I think this is our first one. So
First and last one for both of us in HO. Like this is
yeah,
for, this is both
we're both
departing at the
even.
end of the season. Yeah,
Yep.
last HO stream.
Thank you for the GMs for getting changes in a relatively quick pace too. That goes a long way too.
Yeah, except the stars, man.
The
I'll
stars
call them out.
made the stars made one change the entire night,
Yeah,
and they beat the World Series.
and then they were silent for the remaining changes. No, but they're too busy celebrating. They don't care if we're talking
Yeah,
smack about them.
they're on the World Series, and neither of us are.
Yep. Yep. Uh, and my player said into regression. You weren't physically able to type. What do you mean? You're typing right now. Got the
Oh,
shakes. Oh, okay. The nerves. We can relax a little bit. Well, no. I was going to say you can relax a little bit now, but you guys got to get to testing against the Crabs.
mm.
Got to get those lineup changes in for Saturday. Which reminds me, I should probably tease what I don't know if we have actual times or streamers for the World Series, but we'll check.
I'll check in a second too.
Let's see. Saturday we have the Miners World Series. No times for either of these, by the way. But the Miners World Series will be hosted by Legally Blind Gamer, with potential co-hosts as Bauer and Benny. And then we also have Sarah hosting the Majors World Series, also on Saturday. So be sure to tune in for both the Miners and the Majors World Series streams. I probably won't because I'll be busy crying. But no, I might swing by for some of these. But
I'm like debating signing up for the Majors World Series, but I don't know if I want to put my voice through that again.
well, on the plus side, how many games did we stream tonight? We streamed one for the
uh,
Providence Vandals. We streamed two for the Nashville Demons. We
two for
streamed
Hepcats. Look at this.
Two, yeah, two for Hepcats Ross, and only one for Florida. Two, four. So we only streamed 6 games. This is actually like a normal stream, kind of. Oh, plus one, I
A
guess.
little longer than usual. It's like
So
3 hours was usual 2.5.
maybe about the same. It'd probably be less for y'all, for you, just because
Mhm.
it's only one series. You're not covering multiple series and other box scores.
I
Um,
put I put I put in parentheses Reno if
I saw that edit. Reno, if my voice lives. In parentheses.
when you don't talk as I'm not much of a talker in like real life and all that stuff. So when I'm
Mhm.
doing this, it's like the first time I'm like stretching out my vocal cords and like however long. So it's just like, oh boy.
Yeah. This is my talking. Like this is the most talking that I typically do in a day is when I
Mm-hmm.
stream for the PBE.
Yep.
So, but yeah, that was World Series when Michael. I just said. So, um, we don't know the times, but on Saturday we in the AM probably I'm guessing like 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. somewhere around that time. Watching the Canadians post game stuff. Oh, okay. Yeah, so Saturday is going to be both World Series streams. The Miners World Series will be earlier, probably afternoon. I'm guessing. They haven't announced times yet. They haven't posted those times, but it will be probably early afternoon because in the evening will be the Majors World Series streams, and they will be streaming every single game of those. No quick sims at all for either of those streams. Um, they will be streaming every single game. So Saturday will be both World Series streams, fully streamed, no quick sims. Don't know the time yet, but those will be announced in Game Day channel on the main Discord, so be sure to keep an eye out for those. It'll be an announcement from LBG most predictions. I don't know, Reno, you go first. Who do you think are going to win these two World Series?
Um. Logistically, I think that if you're favoring statistics and all that stuff, you're going with flamingos and what is it? I think crabs are better in terms of pure record. I have a feel, but I'm gonna go on a hunch. I'm gonna say for fun's sake, I'm gonna go with the Ranas, and I actually have faith in Nashville too. So I'm doing Ranas Nashville.
Well, Nashville actually only was one game back in terms of regular season record from the Crabs. They had Stars had 64 wins while the Crabs had 65. Um,
Nashville.
so that's a close one. I do think that the Crabs probably underperformed in terms of record. I think that the Crabs were a better team than their record indicates. I think that they were probably um, they probably could have taken first place in the Legends East. Um,
And now we're seeing the results of it.
yeah, absolutely. Uh, they've been uh, they've been steamrolling their way um, through the playoffs so far, sweeping New York in the quarterfinals and taking down the Vandals 3-1 in the series. So they're 6-1 in the playoffs so far, which is really impressive going into it. Nashville was 4-3 this series, and against the Sea Serpents, they took them to 5 games, 3-2. So they were 7-5. So I think for my prediction, I'm gonna go with the Crabs. Although I would love to see the Stars win. As exciting as a back-to-back World Series for the Crabs would be, Nashville Stars absolutely deserve a World Series ring to this point. The Johnson brothers over there, the GMs, they've been working so hard over the many seasons. They've had some really terrible sim luck. They deserve a win. They deserve the World Series win. And so I'm gonna be hoping for the Stars. But it would be cool to see a back-to-back win for the Crabs too. Um, and I will admit for selfish reasons that I would love to see um, the team that knocked out the Vandals take it all, so that we can say that we got beat by the champions. But hey, uh, Well, not by the champion, but Champions Legends Conference. It's weird. Beat by the eventual winners of the World Series, I guess. But so either one would be cool for me. I think I would maybe slightly prefer the Stars, and so I'm gonna say that the Stars will win, but maybe they don't. I don't know. We'll see. For the minors, screw it. I'm gonna say Rana's take it because lol chaos. uh,
Chaos.
I would love to see it. If the Ranas in a quote unquote rebuilding season where they were supposed to lose 9 times out of 10 to the Hepcats and instead won 4-2, not even needing the game 7. I'm gonna say I'm gonna hope for the Ranas. Thank you for the bits, my cool. Much appreciated. Oh man, it's this really wasn't all that long of a stream, like lengthwise, but it always feels longer.
It could have been a lot worse.
It could
So
have. It's true. We could have had 10 more games that we streamed.
please no.
Can you imagine if if your voice is this bad after 6 games? How would it sound after 16 games?
I think it's especially bad today because I was yelling at the new guy today. But yeah, it was not a fun day today doing potholes and having a guy that can't listen. So it was like, oh, God, and babysitting on the job too. I would probably be like whispering into the microphone at this point, just ASMR style.
I would imagine that like we'd probably have some host or co-host that'd be willing to like hop in to
Mm.
ease the workload if it started to go really long.
Oh, it was really it was really not going well there, especially in that last game. It was like
Yeah.
I think it was like by like the fourth. I was like finishing sentences in a whisper. It's like
Yeah.
help. I've been like chugging water and it's helping like okay, but like not great. Uh,
Oh man. So my playoff predictions are probably shot.
don't even remember who I picked.
Uh, I predicted half. I think the only quarterfinal that I predicted correctly was Providence. And I think I had Providence making the World Series but losing to Seattle, which obviously is not going to happen. Rip Sea Serpents.
Yep.
Oh man, my player is going into regression next season. Oh no.
I remember when Wendy Marvel got drafted too. Ew.
I always love the like the media pieces that come out when people who are like reviewing draft classes and then they're like, oh, like I'm trying not to make fun of them, but like the new users that are making like these draft reviews and they're like, oh yeah, this player looks like a steal at this position, and it's like, yeah, that's a GM pick. Like,
Oh yeah.
uh, not trying to make fun of them because obviously they don't know, but it was funny to me that I saw that happen a couple of times.
I to quickly pivot to another in ISFL. I did a mock draft for an article there.
Mm-hmm.
I put 3 GMs in the first round to none of their teams. I don't know who GMs are there. So yeah.
Nice.
With I'm curious to see what the grades will be for anyone that does like my draft class. It's like, all right, let's look at like trying to figure out where my player is. I was like, I don't know how to rate this person. Vancouver to NOLA to DVS now within like
Yeah.
4 seasons.
How long until
Yeah.
regression in the PBE? It is 10 seasons, if I'm not mistaken. 10 seasons of building it up.
I'll let you know. I'm on the rollback actually.
All right, index is up. updated. Because I'm season 29. Actually, it's 9 seasons. Is it? Or is it 8?
Double checking regression.
Because if I'm season 29 and we're entering season
Uh,
38.
yeah. Regression will apply to all players after 9 seasons following being drafted in the Major League PBE draft. Nine
Okay.
from when you're drafted. 9 from when you're drafted to a majors team.
Okay. All right. Yeah. All right. Index is updated, completely done. Oh, hey, we do have a time for the Minor League World Series, Saturday at 2 p.m. Eastern Time. Join Legally Blind Gamer, Benny the Jet, and a possible surprise co-host for the Minor League World Series. Did I spoil the surprise? I think I might have spoiled the surprise. But 100 plus viewers means a win for the PBE community. So definitely tune in for the 2 p.m. Eastern Time Minor League World Series as well as the Major League World Series later that evening. The index is updated! Exclamation point, link, publish. And we're done! Thank you all for watching.
Yay.
Thank you again, Reno, for absolutely killing your voice to co-host tonight.
Nope, not a problem.
But that is going to do it for us. So hope you all have a great end to your week. Be sure to tune in for those World Series streams on Saturday, and take care, all. Bye.